Will go on. They've got a great core group of people. They're going to continue to do their job. I reached a plateau.
Gray says he has already begun working on new religious programs and regaining access for other denominations. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
This just in, the FBI says the suspect in the Mississippi synagogue fire admitted to targeting the institution because of its Jewish ties. From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com, a former Trump advisor is joining Meta's management team.
Facebook owner Meta has named Dina Powell McCormick as president and vice chairman of the tech giant. She's a former Trump administration advisor and longtime finance executive. Monday's announcement prompted praise from President Trump, who called it a great choice by CEO Mark Zuckerberg. Powell McCormick previously served on Meta's board of directors. In her new management role, Meta says she'll help guide its overall strategy, including multi-billion-dollar investments. She brings experience in global finance and government roles, including leadership positions at Goldman Sachs and service in the Bush administration. Her appointment comes as Meta seeks to strengthen ties with Trump, who was once banned from Facebook. I'm Marcela Sanchez.
Dow from Stifel up 23 points to 49,527. We've got a stalled vehicle 70 east at Mid-Rivers Mall Drive. That's on the right shoulder. Stall 270 north at Dorset on the right shoulder. Crash on 70 west at Route TW.
We are riding the temperature roller coaster this week. Not too bad right through Tuesday. Plenty of sunshine this afternoon. Better temperatures compared to the weekend. 52 for the high. Tonight, clear skies, 39. Tuesday, partly sunny. Tuesday, the warmest day of the week with 58 degrees. Wednesday, clouds, a little bit of sunshine. It's colder on Wednesday, 44. Chilly to cold Thursday and Friday, and even colder air set up for this upcoming weekend. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
We've got sunshine. It's 51 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up. Most home projects, you're like,
got this.
But rewiring a hot main or putting 120 amps to an outlet, you're like,
nope, not this.
Smart. Calling Jerry Kelly? Smarter. Getting them to perform an electrical safety check before work's needed? That's wisdom.
JerryKelly.com.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis, DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Monday to everybody. Gorgeous day out there. You just heard Dave say it's going to be really nice again tomorrow. Maybe winter will get here again in the next couple of weeks. First things first, happy birthday to my son, Nick. 31 years old today. Very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Look out.
Nick is just the best, isn't he?
He really is.
Like, for real. Like, everyone, like, not everyone, but so many of our listeners have been with us for a long time. Some have been with me the whole time. You know, Phoebe wasn't even born yet. Nick was in kindergarten when we started the show. So it's got to be kind of weird for them, like, watching my kids grow up. And I got to tell you, Nick has grown into the finest person I know. That's pretty great, isn't it?
It's a pretty good compliment.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
And true. Completely true.
Yeah.
Like, look, you know me. I'm pretty gritty. I'm capable of not liking my kids. I am. I have friends that have crappy kids. I know they don't like them. I'm sure they love them. They provide for them. They don't like them. I am gritty enough that if I had a kid who was a doucher, I'd be like, look, I love you. I'm going to put you through law school, but
get it right, kid.
Just, you got to stop being a doucher. Yeah, we had fun this weekend. Pardon me, I'm still getting over this thing.
So much yelling at the wrestling?
Yeah, exactly. I did a little wrestling myself. I just jumped in the ring. So
that would be great.
But yeah, I'm still, like, I just finished up my steroids today. I've been researching this, talked to a couple of my friends who are docs, and they said that they think what I have is what most people have, and it's this new rhinovirus that is both congestive and stomach.
Oh.
and it's lasting for some people. Like the symptoms are lasting up to a month. So I'm right at about 15 days. My voice is still a little bit weird. Still, I can still, hack up a cough. So, feel bad for anyone who's getting it. Anyway, Saturday, Nick and Bree, his fiance, love to go to South Broadway Athletic Club and watch wrestling. Andrew, you were there last time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like once a month. And it was... it's just great. I just love it. Like, I grew up with wrestling at the Chase. I haven't done wrestling as an adult. I'm not into WWE or any of those kinds of things. But when you're there live and it's small and it's just dynamic and the crowd's super into it, and I didn't know you could do this. Pardon me. But Nick, his buddies brought 2 big Costco cakes, like giant wedding cakes. And they took a break from wrestling and served everyone cake.
That's fun.
Isn't that fun? Like all the kids lined up and got cake. Pretty cool.
Didn't know you could do that. That's
I
cool.
didn't either. Yeah. And then my favorite wrestler from the first time I saw the wrestling was this giant dude called the Butcher. And man, you'd have loved him, Wheels. He was all dressed up, very metal, carrying a pig's head into the ring. And I hadn't seen him wrestle. And then this dude walks up to me, big dude in a suit. And he's like, "Hey, are you Dave Glover?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man." And so he's like, "Hey, I want to bug you with your family. Can I take a picture?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So I'm like, "Are you the commissioner?" He's wearing a suit and tie. He's like, "No, I'm a retired wrestler. They call me the Butcher." I was like, "Shut up." It's the Butcher. And that's Nick's favorite too. I'm like, "Nick, meet the Butcher." The Butcher. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. How about you guys? What'd you do over the weekend?
I went to the Science Center on Saturday for a little while, and I with my nieces. I didn't go by myself. My
It would have been okay.
Yeah, no, it would have been fine. It is mostly for kids, though. I was able to pick up on that. Like, I think you could go as an adult and have a good time, but it is mostly for kids. But yeah, my brother took the girls, and then my mom was with them, and I went and met up with them, and we went to see this like wildlife IMAX movie. It was all about an animal rescue. It was really, really cute, but I was a little nervous for Darcy because she's only 3. And I remember the first time going to an IMAX theater when they started to like, wow. It was really scary for me. Of course, she was fine. She was totally fine.
Yeah.
But no, I had a funny moment. We were like, you know how you can go and you can build the arch with the foam blocks, and my brother and I are helping the girls do it. And like, that's actually pretty hard. Like they would not have been able to do it by themselves. They're not tall enough. And at a certain point, like, I'm on one side, my brother's on the other side. We're both like, supporting the arch with both arms, trying to get the thing made. These little boys run up and they start going like, "Oh man, you got to let that fall on me. Let that fall on me. Knock it over on me right now." And I was like, "Okay, like, let me finish making the arch, then we'll knock it over." And then like more kids come up and Blair and Darcy start going like, "Yeah, let it fall on us. Knock it over on us." It was really cute. So finished building it and then knocked it down, and everyone was very, very happy. So that was just like, it was really, I don't know, like everyone was just so friendly and sweet. Like all of the other
a happy
kids.
place.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a happy place.
It was heartwarming. It was nice.
That's very cool. Probably a lot like wrestling.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, there was
Same kind of vibe.
wrestling was a
If I had more cake.
Yeah.
wrestling was a very happy place. I thought. I mean, everybody's having a good time. It was very kid friendly. A lot of kids there.
Tons of kids. Yeah, tons of kids. And you? What did you do?
Went to Longhorn.
Oh, that's
Nice.
right.
I'm gonna look at their menu.
Yeah. Went to Longhorn. Had a steak. It was yummy.
Switched up your steak?
Switched up my steak because I was like, yes, okay, I want the New York strip. That's what I want. That's what I'm gonna get. And then as soon as I ordered it, I was like, I messed it up. I should have gotten a ribeye. So she came back, like as she was walking by, like minutes later, I was like, can I change what I got? And they were so busy, and she was like, yeah, I guess. Thank you.
See, I don't have that sort of bravery. I would have just eaten whatever they brought me.
I don't either, but when I saw her, I was like panicked enough that I was like,
here's my
motivated
chance.
by steak.
I leapt on it. Yeah, I'll do a lot of things for steak.
I guess I know what you did.
You could probably guess. I think I was out of the house for 3 hours for the whole weekend. Had practice, baseball on Sunday morning, and that was about it. So, yeah, I did the foosball. Football and video games were the weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
They were great games this weekend.
Oh, it was fun, man.
Crazy.
Of all the weekends to just have so much. Because obviously, Thursday was my own team's game. Friday night was Indiana, and that was a brilliant beatdown of Oregon.
Yeah.
And then you had the NFL playoffs all weekend long. It was pretty great.
And all the games were really exciting, right?
Not all, but yeah, for the most part, they were.
All but like one or two of them were like one-score games.
Yeah, there were some upsets. You had the big comeback. The Bears were kind of the big story of the weekend with their big comeback. They outscored Green Bay 25-6 in the fourth quarter. They scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, they were down, I want to say, was it 21-6 going into the fourth and won that game. So that was great and not so much fun for us. By the way, today is the 10-year anniversary of the Rams leaving St. Louis, by the way.
Oh, wow.
And they won, which, always sucks. I always root against the Cronkies whenever I get a chance to. But Buffalo barely pulled one out against Jacksonville. So, yeah, it was a phenomenal weekend.
And then tonight?
Tonight, who knows? Flip a coin, man. Texans and Steelers, the point spread's 3. Houston's on the road and they're favored. But Pittsburgh's weird. They had to get like a last-second push in the regular season just to get into the playoffs. So, don't know. I think Houston's probably the better team, but there were a few this weekend where one team seemed to be the better team, and they didn't show up that way.
I started the new Netflix thriller, His and Hers. Saw 2 of the 6 episodes. Really good. Too much drama for me. Like, I just don't like drama. I don't know why I started this damn thing. But just, like, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught. And then you watched One Battle After Another.
I did, yeah.
And you had some thoughts?
Yeah, number one, way too long. Didn't need to be that long. A lot of just sitting around, or like the same scenes kind of playing over and over again. Other than that, I think that a lot of the opposite. Now it's done okay as far as reviews, right? Like it's 7.8, 8 out of 10 in a lot of places. It's fine. Like it's not a hateable movie, but I will say this. If anybody's mad about that movie because of politics, you're telling on yourself. Because I thought it made both elements look ridiculous. I thought it made the revolutionaries look like ridiculous children who had no responsibility in the world and who screwed everything up, by the way, and failed miserably in their revolution. And I thought it made like the hardcore, what supposedly were the right-wing guys, I thought it made them look stupid too. And in fact, I thought the only person in the whole movie that wasn't considered stupid was the daughter, which might be the message in and of itself. Is that it's the kid that's not insane and everybody else is insane.
Mm-hmm.
In this world, right? In that little world.
Yeah.
Literally everybody's insane except for the kid. Am I wrong?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
No.
Oh, I thought you saw it.
No, I've been putting it off.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know what it is about it. It just,
I get it.
It like the trailer wears me out.
It's
got
one
battle after another.
It's got some drama in it, but I'll tell you,
a couple less battles.
Benicio del Toro makes it amazing.
One half a battle and then everyone relaxes.
Yeah, the parts of it that include him are the best parts of the movie. He's awesome.
I like it when Leonardo DiCaprio whistles. He should win an Oscar for that.
One battle, then everyone goes home, has a little dinner,
Mm-hmm.
sleeps it off, wake up. Maybe if we feel like it, we have another battle.
You jump on the group text,
and if we don't
talk it out.
Yeah,
see
talk
who's
it out.
Feeling like another battle.
And if we don't want to have another battle, we don't have to. It's no pressure.
It would be a movie like I've done this with a few other ones. I jokingly call it the Wheeler cut of a movie. Like when you watch Batman versus Superman, if you fast forward the stupid stuff, it's it's an hour and a half and it's not as bad.
It's like when Thomas Jefferson took all the miracles out of the Bible.
I wouldn't go quite that far.
So I've been watching Mad Men. I think Wheels would just have to get up and walk out of the room if Mad Men was on. Because that whole show is just like nuance, dialogue.
Yeah, I've never watched it for a reason.
I think she just called you stupid.
No,
I
I'm just
don't.
saying,
I don't have
there's
patience.
like no action whatsoever, and I think it would just be like boring.
No, it's
the Wheeler cut of Mad Men. The entire series is just that one scene where the guy gets his foot run over by the lawnmower.
It would be all of the Don Draper insults is probably all it would be. There are a lot of shows and a lot of movies that take too long to get to the point. You don't have to make it 2 hours and 30 minutes. You could make it 2 hours and get to the point a little quicker. We don't need 6 episodes to do what you could do in 3 episodes.
Do you think they do it as a moneymaker, or do you think they just have different sensibilities?
I think it's the second one. I think the people making them have things they want to do, and those things matter to them, and they don't matter to me, but that doesn't mean I'm right. Just means I know what I like.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
Don't miss Mosby Building Arts Home Improvement Show, Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KMOX. One of the last call-in shows where you can get live answers to your remodeling, design, and construction questions. Tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m.
This is Mike Grimm, former host of the KMOX Sports Open Line. Congratulations to America's greatest radio station, 100 years strong as the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 120. Happy Monday. Had a weird thought last night. Let me share it with you. So when Nick was little, probably 4, he fell and skinned his knee really bad. You know, one of those where you put it under the water and it hurts really bad. Ooh. And he looked up at me and he goes, had I known this was going to happen, I don't know if I would have wanted to be born. And it just stuck with me like, that makes so much sense.
That's so
like,
fair.
if you could see all the tragedies that would befall you in life. Like, even now, like, I'm 61. I'm way farther through than I got left. Like, there's only so much more you can do to me, right? And, but I was thinking about that last night. And here's my weird thought. It may just go over your heads. But I thought, if at 61, they said, okay, here are the bad things that are going to happen to you. But you can offset them, like with good things. And for some reason, I've never had a catheter. And for some reason, the thought of that is just horrible to me, as it is to everyone, but especially to me. And I thought, if the wizard we always talk about said, okay, well, you're going to have a catheter, what good stuff do you want to make up for it? It'd be a really long list.
Here are my demands.
Right. And I thought like, I really want grandchildren. And we'll see whether that's in the offing or not. But if the wizard said, you can have 1 grandchild and no catheters, or 2 grandkids, but you have to get a catheter, I'd be like, 1 sounds good.
It's like, 1 is the loneliest number.
Pour all my love into this one. Am I just insane? Just even have these thoughts?
You're not insane. I do think that if you ever, having never had a catheter myself, I do think if you had to face one, I doubt it would be a fraction as bad as you think it's going to be.
That's been my experience with most things in life, especially like that. And I wrote down on my show sheet, bravery basically just means F it for me. Like when I've been brave, it's just that I got to a point where I went, okay, F it, go ahead. Whatever it was,
It's happening.
It's happening.
Yep.
It's happening.
Yep.
I can be a part of it or I cannot.
But mostly you don't even have that choice, right? You're a part of it.
Yeah. Also, are there people that wear their blue jeans at home?
I mean, around the house?
Yeah.
I don't want to know them if there are.
I never do.
Do you think that's our generation? Is that what we've given to the world? Because, I mean, when I was a kid, I don't remember any parents ever being in anything but street clothes. No one was in sweats. No one was in jammies.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what my parents would wear around the house growing up because that was before like Lululemon and all that, you know?
Athleisure.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it, but it was probably, man, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I even thought about it, but I feel like they just wore the same stuff they wore outside. I mean, where I have inside clothes and outside clothes. I don't wear the outside clothes very often on the inside of the house. Just because,
really?
Well, mostly because the inside clothes are kind of dingy and not so great, so I try to keep the outside of the house ones decent by not wearing them around the house.
You got a real plan.
I know.
You really thought this thing out.
It's all about minimizing the times I have to do laundry. It's not any deeper than that. And the times I have to buy clothes, and I don't have to buy as many clothes.
Hard left-hand turn. You may have seen in the news that Timothy Busfield, the actor married to Half Pint from Little House on the Prairie,
Melissa Gilbert,
is being charged with some sort of inappropriate sexual behavior with children on a movie set that he was on or a television show set that he was on. And evidently he's had troubles with this in the past, but no one knew. Remember me telling you about my friend who his daughter used to play with Phoebe, and he said, never will she ever spend the night at your house or anyone else's house where there is a man there. And I was offended by that. Like, you don't trust me, and that's crazy. What do you think I'm going to do? Like, hearing things like this with Timothy Busfield, who's like almost 70, and it just now comes out. Do you think maybe that's like a sound practice? Better safe than sorry?
I mean, I think it depends on your anxiety level, and I don't think there's any like right answer. I personally don't think the answer is like never let your kid ever do anything. However, if a parent makes that choice, that's valid. I'm just saying I don't think it's the blanket like this is the answer across the board. No sleepovers ever. Yeah. But that being said, like I wouldn't judge someone for making that choice for their kid, especially if you were the victim of, something traumatic yourself. You want to do everything you can to protect your child.
Wheels, what about you? Do you find it offensive if a guy had said, yeah, my daughter's not coming over to stay with your daughter?
Would I find it offensive? No, I don't know. I mean, I did not have that kind of strict view with my kid. I wanted to know the people, if it was people I didn't know, that was a roadblock, because if I don't know you, I don't know what you're all about. I don't know what's going on. But if I know someone, there's no reason why I would have any kind of suspicion like that. I mean, I know this is a crazy thing, because we have this instinct in us as parents to try to eliminate every risk, right? That's our instinct. We want zero risk, but it's impossible. Mm-hmm. And we have to understand the math, and the math is that it's a very low percentage of time these things happen. When you think about 330 million people in the country, and then the number of times this happens, it's not that likely to happen to you or your kids. Like kidnapping. How many generations have been obsessed with kidnapping? Most of the time, kids are kidnapped by people in the family, by people you know, right? An ex-husband, an ex-wife, family member of some other kind. More often than not, it's something like that. And I think it's the same with the abuse cases. More often than not, it's somebody in the house. It's somebody that you know that you're related to that's going to be involved in those things.
So it looks like the statistics say that 1 in 5 young girls is sexually assaulted and 1 in 20 young boys. These are, of course, only the cases that get reported. That's the complicated thing about sexual abuse is a lot of times it goes unspoken. So we never really have like a truly accurate picture of what's going on. But Kevin's absolutely right. Like people are so afraid of like a stranger snatching up your child. When it happens, it often happens from someone who is trusted, and that's scary too, you know?
Yeah, that's to me the scarier part is looking at the incidents that we know about, and the vast majority are from people that are trusted already.
For 100 years, KMOX has been the voice of St. Louis, informing, entertaining, and connecting our community. Now, relive a century of service at KMOX100.com, a website that allows you to explore classic KMOX audio, rare photos and video, and the legendary voices that shaped St. Louis. Every headline, every heartbreak, every heartbeat lives on at KMOX100.com.
Hey, this is Charlie Brennan. Have you noticed loose bricks or missing mortar around your house? On the walls, the patios, the walkways, the porch, or the chimneys? If so, you need to call Morelli Tuck Pointing. 314-645-1387. You might need one of two things: solid tuck pointing, the removal of old mortar with the replacement of new mortar throughout an entire wall or chimney, or maybe just spot tuck pointing. Spot tuck pointing involves the tuck pointing of a particular wall, a chimney, or other masonry surface in an area where it's needed the most. One example might be settlement cracks, usually found above or below windows or doorways. 314-645-1387. Call the company that the Brennans have called when we've needed tuck pointing. Morelli Tuck Pointing, the masonry specialists. Winner of the Angie's List Super Service Award every year since 2005. 314-645-1387, MorelliTuckPointing.com.
It's time for Dave Murray's weather forecast, sponsored by Meadowview Memory Care.
The southerly flow is back, and we have some pretty nice temperatures for this time of year this afternoon and through Tuesday. Then we start to turn colder. We could be very cold by this upcoming weekend. Plenty of sunshine this afternoon, 52. Tonight, clear skies, 39. Tuesday, partly sunny, 58. Now, Wednesday, first of several Arctic cold fronts coming in. This one's not too bad. Clouds, some sun. It's colder on Wednesday, 44. Keep that kind of going Thursday and Friday with even colder weather coming in Saturday and Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Discover Meadowview Memory Care in Arnold, a small, secure community on a beautiful campus. Enjoy peace of mind with all our inclusive rates and comfortable private suites. Schedule your tour today at rspseniorliving.com.
Fairwinds River's Edge is more than a place to live. It's a place to belong. Come see why we have been voted Best Independent Senior Living Community for 4 years in a row by U.S. News and World Report. We think you'll like it here, and the experts agree. Come see us for yourself. Call to schedule a tour and complimentary lunch, or to learn more about our upcoming App University that can help enhance your everyday life. Find us online at fairwindsriversedge.com.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's men's Billikens basketball action Wednesday night as they face Fordham. Pre-game 6:45, tip at 7 on your home for Billikens basketball. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 133. Happy Monday to everybody. I just scratched through the word catheter on my show prep.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I went to WashU Law.
Knock that one off the
Settle
list.
that issue.
Well, no one in the audience has to wonder whether I want a catheter or not. I think I've established this. Bill says, Dave, it was great meeting you Saturday night. You too, Bill. And Damien says, hello from the butcher. Tell Nick hi. Nice. It's a butcher right there.
Sorry, if your name is Damian Blade, why are you using a stage name
It's a
to
good
wrestle?
point. It's good. It's an excellent point. Maybe his real name's Butcher.
Was his walkout song "You've Seen the Butcher" by Deftones? Because that would be pretty tight if that was the case.
No, his walkout song was, hey, if you didn't know, my real name's Damian Blade.
You guys need to come to wrestling sometime.
Okay.
Would you do it, Wheels?
Do what?
Come to wrestling?
Sure.
You could be a wrestler.
Group outing. No.
Oh, he would hate wrestling.
Group outing.
He would hate it because he has no whimsy and sense of play and sense of fun. So he'd be there like, dumb.
Nick and his friend Ian, you know Ian. He's been on the show. He's been on Chris and Amy. He won a couple weeks of the Pick'em Challenge.
Oh, cool.
And Nick and Ian are both really into the wrestling, and they want to be a tag team match where they would be bad guys and they would dress like 17th century dandies with, the powdered wigs and, perfume, and O.P. Shaw, that kind of thing.
I think they could wrestle. Some of those guys,
yeah,
they're not in the best of shape.
Not in the best of shape.
And this is no shade. I mean, they're very good at what they do. They are professionals. But you don't gotta be like The Rock to do it.
I can't believe some of those guys don't get hurt worse. Like, they're flying around that place.
When I went, one of them, I don't remember who, but got his back cut open pretty bad.
Oh.
And there was quite a bit of blood. And you know what? He only got slammed on that back about 40 more times with that hit. I'm like, taking it like a man. I'd be like, stop the match. I got a boo-boo. Stop the match. I hurt myself a little bit.
Give me a Band-Aid.
Did you guys see that the infamous Doomsday plane made an appearance? Do you know what the Doomsday plane is?
I've heard of it. I saw the story. I don't really know what it is.
There are evidently 3 or 4 of them. They're specially built 747s, and they are literally for the end of the world. It's like if there's a nuclear war or whatever it happens to be, an asteroid, all the muckety-mucks get in these planes, and they can stay aloft for, days or whatever. But you never see them. And then one just kind of casually landed at LAX over the weekend. So of course, people are, making of that what they will.
How do people know it's a Doomsday plane?
Because they're nerds.
It's a specific kind of plane.
Yeah. Very, it looks unique.
Mm-hmm.
And evidently at big airports like that, I didn't know this, but in major airports, pretty much 24/7, there are spotters out there. Just in case
Watching
something like that
planes.
happens.
Yeah. Just in case Taylor Swift lands.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I hate is the doomsday clock.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not helpful, is it?
That's some garbage.
It's like, 89 seconds to midnight. Okay, sure. You've been saying this for years. How do you know?
Right.
What do you know that I don't?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Mhm.
Shut up. Get out of here. Get a real job.
What I thought was funny, one time when they were moving it forward, they were like, we are now 30 seconds. And then like a month later, they were like, okay, now we're 40 seconds. It's like, you can't move it.
Marginally better.
Time can't go backwards.
And what is what happens at midnight? What do you talk? What?
You know why? Nothing.
What do you profit? You have no idea what's going to happen.
Nothing is going to happen. It'll never hit midnight because these people will have no reason to get attention once it hits midnight. So they can never let it hit midnight because then no one will pay attention to anything they say.
Well, midnight would mean like the end of the world.
Right.
That would mean it's happening.
Yeah. You wouldn't even clock it. You'd just be gone.
They don't decide when that is. Is my point.
Exactly.
Well, no, they would be reacting to it.
They would
but
be
yeah,
dead.
if it ever gets to midnight, it means we're all doomed.
They'd be toast is what they would be. They'd be buttered toast. Just saying.
I thought of one last night. What do you say 100 times a day?
The F word.
Yeah, probably the F word.
Sadly, I think that is my number one word.
Yeah. I definitely say it more than 100 times a day.
I think I say sorry.
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 I know the F word goes way back, but we use it more than any generation before us, right?
I do not know.
I don't know.
I feel
That's a
like with
good
my
question.
with my parents, I only know one group of people in a small town. They used it, but when they used it, it had more effect because they didn't use it as much. Whereas I feel like we use it as just a word in a sentence. I don't know what the name of that word would be, like, conjunction or a this or that, but it definitely is just like the lubricant to my conversation.
Do you guys ever get annoyed at someone else saying it too much?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is so hypocritical because
I was gonna say, I
between
don't.
speaking and texting, I probably use that word 1,000 times a week. But if someone's using it too much, it is kind of off-putting. Also, I say it a lot to create the precedent that I will be saying it a lot. Because it's weird when someone who
Just wanna get it
doesn't
out
say
there.
it uses it a lot. That weirds me out a little bit.
I gotcha.
So that's like strange to me.
You want people to know where you stand.
Exactly.
Here's what to expect from me.
Yes. You will hear that word a lot, and so don't think it's weird when I say it. And don't think I'm saying it in anger or whatever, because it's just gonna happen. It's been happening since I was about 10 years old, and it's just gonna keep coming.
All right. Glad to see we all have the same word.
Yeah, see, though.
It was a
that's
struggle
like-
to get through 2 whole sentences
So,
there without saying it.
Here's the thing. Other people substitute other words, but that's what they mean.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm a lot more about the meaning and the substance of the emotion coming out of it than the actual word you choose.
Yeah.
Because I know what you mean. When you say flippin', I know what you mean.
Yeah, and all those Charlie Churches out there that are gosh darn it.
Yeah.
You're saying
You are.
MFer. Your brain would fire off the same as mine in an MRI.
It's all of the nice words are substitutes for the bad ones. And you're using those instead, and it means you mean that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what it does. It's not an end around. There's no get out of jail free card. You're using it. You're using the same tone. You're using it with the same intent. We're just like, well, I don't like those letters because those letters are dirty. But these other letters, they're clean. But your intent is what matters. So, yeah, flipping can be, it's the same thing. Don't hide it. If you're going to be, like, I don't say those things, well, then don't substitute.
That's an interesting concept. Like, don't use any
Pejorative.
extra word unless you if you don't want to say the bad word.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Boy, we sound like bullies right now.
I am being
Good.
a bit of a bully because those
I'm
people
fine with
bully
that.
everybody else with their purity. Like, oh, I don't swear. You just did.
Stop
You
bullying
literally-
me with your purity.
You literally
Yeah.
just said the word, but you're pretending that you didn't.
Get off your high horse.
Right.
Just be upfront and use the word.
So when I was in school, went to Christian school, obviously couldn't say, oh my God, because that's taking the Lord's name in vain.
Yep.
Also weren't allowed to say, oh my gosh.
For that reason, right?
Yeah, because
It's
it
a
was too
cheat.
close to God.
Yep.
But you could say, oh my word. Because it didn't start with a G. And I made the exact argument that Wheels is making. I'm like, but you mean this, like, you're still like, you're exasperated and you're expressing that you're frustrated, or, you're expressing that you're amazed or what have you. We all know you don't just say, oh my word, organically. It's derived from oh my God. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much on Wheels' side on this one. I always thought that was
These language things always annoy me because it's not that people do it. It's fine if you do it, but stop pretending that you're superior by doing it, because you're not. You're doing the same thing. You're just pretending you're not. You mean exactly what we mean when we say the bad words, but you're just changing it because you think that makes it better. No, it doesn't.
All right.
Your intent's the same.
Settled that.
Yeah.
Rachel, there's a new Barbie.
There is a new Barbie, and she has autism. So they've created this new Barbie.
How can they tell?
That didn't take long.
They made this new Barbie to just basically so children with autism feel represented. And of course, some people have a problem with it. And they're like, oh, this woke nonsense. They've always got a blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, how sad do you have to be that you have a problem that an autistic child would have a doll that makes them feel seen and makes them feel normal? Yeah. They didn't make every Barbie autistic. It's not like we don't have the original Barbie anymore.
And even if they
It's
did,
just an inclusive
who cares?
Barbie. Yeah, it's just
Like, even if they retconned it and said all Barbies have always been autistic, who cares?
It's just the kind of thing where I just can't, like, some of the things okay, I understand the irony of this coming on the heels of the policing other people's language conversation, but just like the things people choose to get mad about sometimes, it's like, guys, you got to take a deep breath. Like, it's going to be okay.
Yeah, we're mad that people are fake cussing.
Yeah.
No, we're mad about the judgment behind
it's the superiority. Yeah,
exactly.
We're better than you, so because we don't say those words.
And it's the same issue.
Yeah.
It's somebody being judgmental of autism Barbie versus
kind of like when you ask how do they know they're autistic.
I don't think that was judgmental at all. I think that's a valid question.
It is a good question. So, okay, the Barbie doll has a gaze that shifts slightly to the side, reflecting how some people with autism avoid direct eye contact. With her clothes, it's supposed to be more flowy and loose fitting to signify how some people with autism prefer to keep fabric from touching their skin. She has headphones for sensory issues. So yeah, I mean, I can't imagine being upset about this weird thing to be upset about.
But people will be.
Yeah, just if you don't want one, don't buy one.
It really is that simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
What if you do want one?
Then buy one.
All right. I will. BioBalance Health, BioBalance Skin, Dr. Kathy Maupin, her daughter, Dr. Rachel Sullivan, two great doctors, both OBGYNs. Dr. Maupin delivered thousands and thousands of babies. Every time I go somewhere, someone's like, oh, Dr. Maupin delivered my twins. She's great. Dr. Sullivan is great. In one building, they do the testosterone pellets. If you are feeling like you might need them, and let's be honest, you know. Now, you could get surprised. You could be feeling pretty draggy. Go in there, get your blood test, and they say, well, it's not your testosterone. Maybe it's something else. Let's, go back to your GP, or let's take another look, or maybe you're just, run down from the holidays or something. But if you do need testosterone, I can vouch, having done it now in my 7th year, that it really works. It really helps. I've had no bad side effects, so there's no reason not to do it. Right next door, BioBalance Skin, chemical peels and Botox and fillers and M-Sculpt and things like that. Both buildings are beautiful, med spas. Everyone there is super, super cool for real. Go to biobalancehealth.com.
The 29th annual Winter Warm-Up is coming back to Busch Stadium in Ballpark Village, January 17th and 18th. Admission passes and player autograph tickets are on sale now. Team up with Cardinals Care to support St. Louis area children by purchasing your tickets now. It's one of the best events of the year with family-friendly activities, including tours of the Cardinals Clubhouse and admission to the world-class Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum. For more information, go to KMOX.com/events.
Renewal by Andersen is the #1 window and door brand for customer service. Schedule your free inspection today. Call 877-WINDOWS. That's 877-WINDOWS. Or head to rbastl.com.
At Straight Talk, we get it. You say no a lot.
Mom, can I get a tarantula?
No.
Coffee?
No. So we're giving you more reasons to say yes, like a free 5G phone with real unlimited data with select plan activation.
Can I use the free phone?
Yes. See? Doesn't it feel good to say yes to more?
Absolutely. Face tattoo?
Absolutely not. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Let me tell you one of the reasons I think we became the largest injury firm in the world, and it's not even close. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My wife and I had a plan early on. In our firm, our lawyers only work on certain types of cases. Our products liability and dangerous drug lawyers only work on those cases. Same for car crashes, workers' compensation, medical malpractice, and insurance disputes. Our thinking is for these lawyers to focus on one area of the law and live it and breathe it. Power comes from knowledge. Many lawyers do everything, jack of all trades. Not us, and we don't charge an hourly rate. You only pay us if we win. If you want to hire us, it's easy. Dial Pound Law on your cell phone, pound 529, or visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer from the comfort of your own home. Let us get to work for you. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
What if every time you spent money, you saved money too? With Achieve It Checking from Together Credit Union, you can do just that. Every debit card purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and the spare change goes right into your savings. And here's the best part. Together Credit Union boosts your progress by matching qualifying savings, up to $8 a month. It's a free checking account that helps you achieve more automatically. Learn more, or better yet, enroll today at togethercu.org. Together Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
$149 DGS and KMOX. Want some fun facts?
Yeah.
As a part of David Hasselhoff's divorce settlement, he retained ownership of the catchphrase, "Don't hassle the Hoff."
Thank God.
That's good. I bet he made a lot of money off of that.
Do you think he's ever made a penny?
Probably in Germany. They buy everything from him.
Really?
Including his music.
And I haven't heard much from David Hasselhoff.
Been a
lately.
while.
Apparently he's living off these German dollars.
Yeah.
Did you not know that?
Euros,
Andrew?
excuse me. No, I didn't.
Oh, he's literally a rock star in Germany.
I had no idea.
They go to, I don't know if it still is, but there was a period of time where he would do these big concerts and fill up arenas for music.
That'd be enough for me. If I couldn't walk down the streets of Uzbekistan or something, you're like, oh.
Oh, yeah. As long as those euros are pouring in.
Yeah, cool.
So that video of him eating the cheeseburger,
yeah,
his children released that, right?
They did.
And was that to get him to sober up or
I
something?
believe that was the aim. Yes.
Interesting.
One of the saddest pieces of film ever filmed. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Where he's laying on the floor, the bathroom, eating a cheeseburger. Yeah.
Which I've done that too, but it wasn't as sad.
You weren't hungover, it's just the hell.
Yeah.
And you weren't ashamed.
Yeah, it was just.
You're like, Megan, film me.
It was just dinner.
Despite the myths, your hair and fingernails do not keep growing after you die. What happens is your body recedes.
Yeah.
So your skin goes back,
yeah.
and so it makes
Yeah.
your nails look longer.
That's right.
Interesting.
Yes. Animal life stops at 1.2 miles below the surface. There's some worms that live that low, but nothing lives lower. That sounds like a setup for a horror movie.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, why would you word it like that?
Have you not heard of
jinxed
Hollow
all of
Earth? There'd be dinosaurs down there.
23-year-old man from China learned the hard way that it's not a good idea to put a 2-inch live leech inside your body through your urethra. He thought it was some kind of remedy, which makes me wonder what the hell he has.
Say remedy for what?
What was the problem that it was so bad that you're like, I think I need to do this to fix it?
Jeez.
Man.
Crazy. Latest trend on social media is the year 2016 and the hashtag Bring Back 2016. It's because Gen Zers are already down in 2026 and they want a factory reset.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
well-
seeing this a lot too.
2016 was nothing special.
It really wasn't.
It was
Like-
before all this nonsense. So.
Not really. It was the start of all this
Well,
nonsense.
No, I know, but it was like before everything took hold.
I think that's the year Hotline Bling came out. Yep, it was 2016, 10 years ago.
Okay, so
That's
maybe
my
it was better.
Yeah, it was. Those were simpler times.
A poll asked, do you think the U.S. would be better off or worse off if it had 100 million more people?
Oh,
Worse.
I mean, I don't know. What are we going to do? Like, recruit people?
8% said better off and 45% said worse off. The majority said we'd be better off with 100 million fewer people.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, 100 million's, I guess, not that much. Like,
I mean, it's
relative.
a third of the country.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought we had more than that.
Well, doesn't
We
that
have
mean less
330
tax
million.
dollars if we get rid of 100 million people?
Depends on which 100 million.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good
Well,
point.
I mean,
we
if we're
just take it on
okay,
average.
I mean,
yeah.
so then
Well,
this
okay,
is like
well, now we're
literally
talking-
a worthless exercise. If we're
Yeah. Now, best case scenario, we're talking like culling and eugenics, and
right.
we're getting some troubling territories here.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of buried the lead. Today is not only my son Nick's birthday, it's National Kiss a Ginger Day.
No.
Oh, watch out, Wheels.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
How many kisses have you gotten today, Wheels?
None.
Oh,
Well, one.
Aw.
The leaving the house one.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
What?
Nice.
That's cute.
Yeah.
My dad kissed my mom every day when he left for work. It's the only affection I ever saw, thank God. But I mean, we lived in a small house. I don't know how I escaped that. Of all the things that happened to me in South Roxanne, you think that would have been just all the time. Fox News claims that Americans are losing interest in pizza.
I saw a story about this as well.
Why?
I wasn't interested enough to click. So
Right.
maybe Dave has
Again,
the
what are they
answer.
going to do?
Hey, more pizza for us then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I right?
It's that stupid 100 million of people we want to get rid of.
What? Who's getting tired of pizza?
Got me.
I wonder if it's like pizza is no longer at the cheap alternative that it used to be or something like that.
I don't know. I find that to be sad and disturbing.
I had the opposite experience on Saturday night. Friday night, I had already had dinner and maybe a snicky snack. And I'm not a huge late night eater, but at 9 p.m. I decided I wanted a pizza.
Yeah, you did.
So I got a thin crust Pizza Hut hamburger double cheese. And it's one of the best pizzas I've ever had.
Nice.
Really?
That's good. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, like really worth. What's that supposed to mean?
I don't like the thin crust from the pizza.
No,
Hut.
I had the same reaction she did. When you
I
said
gotta do
thin
it
crust,
again.
You see her pat me on the head?
Good for you,
That's
buddy.
nice for you.
when you said the regular pan from Pizza Hut is so good that you just you can't.
Disagree.
Thin crust?
Disagree.
Wild.
Don't get lulled into believing the IRS is getting soft. It's just the opposite. Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. We are being told by IRS collection officers that their higher-ups are demanding that they get more aggressive than ever. So don't ignore them any longer. Level up. If you have unfiled returns, unpaid taxes, levies, or liens, call me, Lance Drury, today and let me get between you and the IRS. I'll protect your rights. At the Lance Drury Law Firm, our practice is focused 100% on fighting the IRS. Remember, IRS problems are legal problems, and they need to be handled by an expert attorney who's done it for decades. So call the Lance Drury Law Firm today. We're local. Our office is right here in St. Louis. Call 314-260-6120. Visit Lance, DRURYlaw.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Barnes Jewish Hospital and WashU Medicine physicians have long been leaders in heart and vascular care. Now, we're taking the patient experience to another level by opening our new state-of-the-art patient tower, designed specifically with heart patients in mind. By combining the latest technology with thoughtful design and private rooms, heart patients can experience faster healing, reduced stress, and improved outcomes. Learn more at barnesjewish.org/heart.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, it's a sunny sky. Right now, 53 degrees downtown at the Arch. A developing story. There's been an Amber Alert issued out of Jefferson City. The Missouri State Highway Patrol confirms the suspect, Malangjan Akbari, is in custody and his vehicle, a blue Honda Odyssey, has been located. But the 2 children, 12-year-old Saba Akbari and 1-year-old Hajan Akbari, are still missing and have not been found. Authorities say the suspect murdered the children's mother and fled the scene in Jefferson City earlier today. Anybody with information on the children's whereabouts is asked to call 911 immediately. The December 1st snowstorm that hit eastern Missouri was stronger than initially forecast, so says Becky Almeroth, Chief Safety and Operations Officer for MoDOT. She told the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission it was also an expensive storm.
For that December 1st storm alone, we had almost 700,000 miles driven, over 56,000 labor hours, almost 25,000 tons of salt, and we spent almost $7.8 million. Winter storms are very costly.
Meanwhile, the Missouri State Highway Patrol says there were 358 crashes on December 1st, 214 stranded drivers, 41 injuries, and 1 death. Missouri Governor Kehoe gives his State of the State address tomorrow. He may propose elimination of the state income tax, but State Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick warns that if it gets swapped for a higher sales tax, geography might hurt revenue from the state's 2 big metro areas.
I think that there's a bigger risk of that on the Kansas side than there is on the Illinois side, just because of the logistics of crossing the border in Kansas City are much easier. I mean, you can cross the state line and not know you've crossed it, whereas on the St. Louis side, you've got to cross the Mississippi River.
Fitzpatrick notes many parts of the state already live in a double-digit sales tax world because of countless special taxing districts. He says raising that rate requires further careful analysis. The Reverend Darrell Gray, chair of the Jail Oversight Board, has left his position to take a new one as the jail's chaplain.
Reverend Darrell Gray says he was hesitant to take the job at first.
I wasn't sure if I would have to decrease my public voice, but the commission has allowed me to be an advocate. And the chaplain, that's part of that role, to be an advocate.
Commissioner of Corrections Nate Hayward says Gray's previous work on the Oversight Board makes him a great fit for his vision.
Reverend Gray is a special type of chaplain. He already invested into this jail.
Hayward has praised Gray for his early work, implementing a Christmas program that involved over 150 detainees and working to get more religious denominations access to the jail. Gray says he believes the Oversight Board is in good hands and will continue their work without him. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. St. Louis left a lasting impression on members of the U.S. men's Olympic figure skating team. In between competition events at the just concluded U.S. Nationals at Enterprise Center, Andrew Torgashev took time to sightsee.
It's actually like a really beautiful city, like really old architecture, like great history. We went in that old Capitol building. Like, you'll never see buildings like this, like in modern day, like the amount of detail that they took to craft it. And this arch, I had like no idea really why.
Gold medalist Ilya Melinin says it was a fun experience. He enjoyed the St. Louis restaurants he got to visit. The Dow from Stiefel up 61 points to 49,565. Got a crash on 55 North at Butler Hill. That's in the left lane.
The southerly flow is back, and we have some pretty nice temperatures for this time of year this afternoon and through Tuesday. Then we start to turn colder. We could be very cold by this upcoming weekend. Plenty of sunshine this afternoon, 52. Tonight, clear skies, 39. Tuesday, partly sunny, 58. Now, Wednesday, first of several Arctic cold fronts coming in. This one's not too bad. Clouds, some sun. It's colder on Wednesday, 44. Keep that kind of going Thursday and Friday with even colder weather coming in Saturday and Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
It is a sunny sky, 53 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS. Happy Monday, 2:05.
I like this song, Dave.
Oh, these guys, they should have been huge. The Beatles took them under their wings, and
Oh, really?
yeah, Paul McCartney produced their first couple of songs.
I can definitely hear the influence.
Yeah, they were great, hugely talented.
We are talking about Badfinger for the folks on the stream who can't hear
Pete Ham and the
music.
boys.
Song plays over the very last scene of Breaking Bad.
Oh, does it?
Cool.
Josh Summers says, great meeting me Saturday at South Broadway Athletic Club. Same to you, Josh. A lot of fun.
Who didn't you meet?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. A lot of DGS fans.
Fun.
DGS, professional wrestling.
Yeah.
You know.
Basically the same thing.
Venn diagram.
Get in the ring. Get in the ring.
Also, let me just brag. I already told the guys this. If you're watching the stream, I am donning a new Peoria Chiefs minor league jersey, and this one happens to have been game worn by Dylan Carlson.
There you go.
There you go.
Former first-round pick.
How about it?
How much did they pay you for that?
Good one.
I think it was half of Wheeler's joke from earlier.
Yeah, I wanted to be like, Dylan Carter. Then I'm like, well, he told us earlier. So.
Want to hear the top 10 things that we have stopped caring about in 2026?
Sure.
Yes.
Things you can't control.
That's not true.
Yeah,
that's
not
not. I mean,
gonna say,
hasn't
like-
been the
Yeah.
case for me in the slightest.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case for vast majority of people. It seems like they're worried about a lot of things they can't control.
Buying a house. So it's gotten so hard, a lot of people would rather stop stressing and just be happy where they are. Right?
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, if the right opportunity presents itself, it will. But I'm not gonna spend too much time stressing about it because there's just not that many great options for what I want at this point in time. So
I've done both in my life, and there are pros and cons to both. But tell you what, when your air conditioner breaks and you own the house, it sucks. That blows.
Well, no one's ever had that happen as much as you have.
No, that's true.
To be fair, you deal with that a little more
I
than
do.
most people do.
The holidays. People are just over how much time and energy we put into the holidays.
you know what I'm over like the day itself as far as like we must see each other on this exact date to celebrate. Like, well, why can't we? If it works out better to see each other 3 days later, it doesn't make it any less of Christmas, you know. I don't get the obsession with like I got to go to 7 places today because I got to make everybody happy. Like, no, you should spread that out and not stress yourself out so much.
Getting peer pressured into going out. No more FOMO.
Yeah, been over that for a while.
Same. Yeah, same. Making good time on the road. This is like a list I could have made. People just don't speed as much, or so they say. They don't care.
Do you find yourself speeding less? If you did,
I have not been a speeder in spite of the ticket I got last week. I've not been like a highway speeder.
Other than that, Your Honor.
Since I started driving Jeeps.
Okay.
Because they just don't lend themselves.
Yeah.
Like if I get up to 75, I'm like, this effort's going to break apart.
Is it because they ride rough? Is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah. Other people's opinions of you. People are no longer caring about that. Again.
Good for them.
We're working on it.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, good try. Trendy clothes.
Good.
Yeah.
Right there with you.
I don't have enough money to care about trendy clothes. You
Yeah.
know, like if I have extra money, I'm not going to just dump it into a trendy outfit that's going to look stupid in a year. Like, no, I will just keep wearing my black turtlenecks in peace. Thank you.
This isn't going to surprise anyone, but I don't even know what is trendy.
It's a great point. Neither do I, and it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just find your lane. Whatever your lane is, and just be that.
Yeah.
Find what you're comfortable in.
Because there's a lane for everybody.
Yeah.
Listen here,
we're
see?
talking like that, aren't we?
Hey, find your own lane, buddy.
Wear what you did.
Doesn't have to be a suit and tie.
I was thinking, though, because when I read this morning, I thought, how am I going to put this? Like, I live, as you know, in jerseys and V-necks and boots and jeans. That's it. Pretty classic. You could take me back to the 1950s and I would fit in. But I wondered, like, if I knew something was douche. Like last summer, I think I kept seeing things that, hey, dads, don't wear cargo shorts. I'm probably still somewhat affected by that.
I gotcha. No, good.
Although, if they said, hey, dad, stop wearing gym shorts, no.
See ya.
Yeah, no.
You can just judge me from a distance. It's fine.
This one's going to hurt you. 10 things we stop caring about in 2026. Sports. It says, keep watching. Just don't be so invested on whether they win or lose.
What's the fun then?
That seems to be a trend that I've seen, though.
Yeah?
I feel like I have noticed people overall, and maybe it's just because everybody around here had disappointing seasons for one reason or another. But like even Kevin would come in, and I'd be like, I'm sorry about that Lions game yesterday, buddy. And you'd be like, who cares? I don't care. Not bothered.
I'm level. I'm a level sports fan, but I'm not I don't care less. Like, caring is part of the fun. But I'm also not the person that's going to be like, oh, I'm still miserable 2 days later because my team lost.
Keeping up with people who you grew up with or grew apart from. It's okay to cut and run. That's kind of harsh.
Yeah, that is a harsh way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's okay to leave them in the dust where they belong.
Don't need those losers.
Who cares?
It's perfectly fine to take your friends out behind the shed, metaphorically.
Yeah.
And number 1, responding to texts as soon as possible. So
That's
you
just
want to establish an expectation.
Oh,
It's just
for
rude.
God's
No,
sake.
come on. That's just rude. If you get a text and you can respond to it and you're looking at your phone,
Yeah, just do it.
just send the response.
Don't be like, it's a power play, bro. I
Yeah.
got to set the boundaries.
That's
and if
the
I
kind-
do it now, you're going to think I'm always. So what?
Yes.
So what? Respond to the text when you see it.
That's the kind of stupid, like, pseudo politics that start getting involved for no reason.
Yeah.
What is this? You don't have to have a power dynamic with your friends and loved ones.
That's like
if you
Andrew
get a
Tate
message,
stuff.
respond to it. Yeah.
It's
if
like
you-
Andrew Tate stuff. Never text a girl back that's the first 97 times.
yeah, never double
It's the
text.
98th time. Yeah, come on.
Never send 2 texts in a row. It's also stupid. Why are you? Come on.
Slow down. Writing these down. Sounds like good stuff over
I mean,
here.
again, if you're busy, you don't have to answer anything. I think everybody understands that, right?
Yeah, if you're driving, if you're busy,
Driving, you're just
if you
watching a show and you're not paying attention to
yeah,
your phone.
if you just don't look
whatever.
at your phone for an hour and a half because you're engrossed in a
Totally
show or
fine.
whatever, or you're taking a walk.
How
Totally
many
fine.
people do you have in your life who you answer the phone to?
Anybody that's in my list.
Yeah, anyone who if my phone rings and it's like a 314 or a 618 or a 636 number, I'll always answer it,
Oh,
even if I
no.
don't have the number saved.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just signed up for a whole slew.
We'll see. We'll see. Hasn't happened yet. But if it's like a
Haven't
area
had a
code,
scammer call you?
No, I have, but they've all been from like strange area
okay.
codes.
Dude,
See, if
all
it's-
of mine are 314.
Yeah, I know.
Mine's
Same thing.
Yeah.
I get them all from 314-636. And if it's not someone in my phone, then I'd better be expecting a call. Like if I'm expecting a call, like, hey, we're gonna come look at the furnace, we'll call you. I'll answer that because I know someone's calling me. But otherwise, you better be listed, or just feel free to text me or leave me a voicemail. I'll call you right back. Happy to do that.
New study says that the brain declines 3 different times at approximately the ages of 57. So, Wheels, you got one coming up. I'm just post one. 70. That's great. Got another one coming up in a few years. And 78. I guess after that, they just think, wow, you're mush. So
Declines what?
your brain declines
Yeah, declines to what?
to a lesser brain.
Right. It's just like a little bit of it's like a stairway. It's
Oh,
like
I thought you meant like rejects, like decline, like a credit card. I'm sorry. I guess one happens at 35.
your brain just says no more.
First one happens at 35.
I decline.
I was like, what is my brain declining?
Do we still have monkeys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was that
Allegedly.
was that real? So Rachel sent me a video over the weekend of somebody with the one of the monkeys in her car.
I saw that too.
Yeah, you saw that? Was that a real video?
looked pretty real.
It looked real to me.
Okay, but consider this. Do we really think a little monkey is just going to calmly sit on the floorboards of someone's car like, well, I guess I live with these guys now?
I mean, the monkey did not look happy. The monkey looked quite distressed.
Dude, the whole monkey I'm not even 100% convinced that there's a single real monkey out there.
Oh.
I'm going to be real with you guys.
You mean on the photos or on the stories?
Both.
Like just overall,
I don't know if any of those
we've only
photos
seen
are
doctored
actually
photos.
real. And yeah, I mean, how are we supposed to deduce what's real and what's not real? We talked to Sean Malone about it on Friday, and he said, he felt comfortable reporting on the story because the police department and I believe the health department put out this call, which I understand. However, I'm not 100% convinced that the police department and the health department could not be duped.
Yeah,
by a
they could
story
be
like
as tricked
this.
as easily as anybody.
Right.
They're just people.
And that's not trying to say anything bad about those organizations. I'm just saying that's what we have to reckon with now.
Yeah.
With this AI. It's not like it was 10 years ago where it's like, man, you got to be really good at Photoshop to pull something like that off and fool people. Like now, all you have to do is type in a text prompt and there it is. So until the monkey knocks on my door, I'm not 100% convinced.
Would you
that it's out
rather
there.
live in a monkey full or monkey less St. Louis?
Monkey full.
I'm going to go less.
I don't want them roaming because I don't want them getting hit by cars and stuff.
I think. Okay, I shouldn't say this on the radio.
Go ahead.
I think that'd be pretty funny.
You think it'd be pretty funny?
Just overrun by monkeys and they're getting flung around. This way and that.
Mr. Animal Lover over here.
Look, if we have enough monkeys running around that Kevin's saying they're getting hit by cars. It's a funny visual.
Go throw a mouse or something.
It's a funny visual of their.
Throw a mouse to its death.
It's not a cartoon that we're talking
It's
about.
a funny. It's
not like
literally
Tom
a cartoon
it's
that
not
we're
like
talking
Tom
about.
and Jerry.
We're talking about a number of monkeys in the overrunning the city that is so massive that they are getting bowled over like bowling pins by every car that's driving through downtown. That's a hilarious visual.
Nobody envisioned that but you. Nobody was envisioning that but you.
You brought up them getting hit by cars.
There could be 10 of them running. I don't want dogs to get hit by cars either. My God, this guy.
Yeah, there's a couple patterns with him.
Yeah.
I think if we had, what I'm saying is, if we had a
Let's hear him out.
if we had a cartoonishly large number of monkeys, that's the St. Louis I want to live in. Thousands. They're like, you just look outside and they're like birds in the trees. They're just climbing up buildings.
So seeing the monkeys hit by a car is just a bonus.
It's just part of the comedy.
Okay.
It's just part of the slapstick.
That is the strangest thing you've ever said.
You said it. I didn't say it.
No, I said I don't want to see it, and you think it's hilarious.
You said, what if there were so many monkeys they were getting hit by cars left and right?
Squished and killed. That'd be funny.
So in my mind, they're not getting squished. They're getting like, shoo! They're getting like sent flying.
So they're just being paralyzed from flying through the air, getting hit by a 3,000
are they landing on like
what are we doing
a pile
here?
of feathers or something? What's going on?
Well, no, they're probably dead, but who cares?
Who cares?
There's a billion.
I'm telling your wife you're saying
There's a billion monkeys running around.
There's something going on here where it's like
you're not gonna miss one.
Oh, okay. Did you also see there's allegedly a goat is on the loose as well?
No, just one goat.
Don't tell
Yeah.
Andrew that. He's going to want to see it flying through the air.
If there were billions of goats and we were bowling through them, that's funny.
What?
So this is.
I feel like I'm interrogating Goebbels.
I don't understand.
And he's just like giving me everything. I'm like, settle down.
I don't get what the issue is here. We're talking Looney Tunes numbers.
But they're still real. You're talking about real.
Go ahead, Rich.
So this is coming from another photo, which who's to say if this photo is real? But there was a goat that appeared to be heading northbound on Union Boulevard. This is as of Saturday.
That I could
Collar
buy.
on its neck.
That I could buy. People have goats.
But this is the only. I see this Fox 2 story about it that came out yesterday. This is the only thing I can find about the goat. I did get a push notification about the goat yesterday, but no updates yet.
Yeah, they've been awfully quiet about the monkeys.
Man, it's gone. The BBC is reporting on it. The Independent.
But ironically, there's like not that much to say.
Right.
It's like, yeah, they're here.
Man, New York Times headlines: monkeys are on the loose in St. Louis City.
I got texts over the weekend from my brother and sister-in-law in Los Angeles because Los Angeles News was reporting on it.
Does your brother have the same sick sense of humor as you, or did that miss him? Was he?
He would think it was hysterical.
Okay.
How would Megan feel about that?
The Stolzes.
Megan would also probably think it would, because we are talking about, again, cartoonish levels, cartoon numbers, impossible numbers of apes.
It's the
I don't think Megan would like it at all.
number of apes being hit by cars.
Yeah,
that's so
as long
hilarious.
as it's a lot of them, it's fine.
Yes.
Let's go. The NFL playoffs are here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, makes every moment feel bigger. In the postseason, the game shifts fast, and with DraftKings live betting options, you can stay right in the moment. Plus, DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. If the player in your eligible NFL prop bet goes down at any point in the first half, you still get paid in cash. With DraftKings, you're covered through the entire half. Why bet player props anywhere else? New customers, here's your shot. Bet just $5 $5, and if the bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use KMOX. That's code KMOX to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus. Physically present in Missouri. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Additional terms at dkng.com/audio. Limited time offer.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh Radner, and I am so excited to tell you about How We Made Your Mother, a rewatch podcast looking back at How I Met Your Mother. And I'm here with Craig Thomas, who co-created the show along with Carter Bays. Hi, Craig.
Hey, Josh. Somehow it has been 20 years since the show premiered. I'm going to check the math on that. 10 years since it went off the air, and we thought that made this a perfect time to look back, see what the hell we did, and why the show still seems to resonate with fans around the world today.
Follow and listen to How We Made Your Mother wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RAIN to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RAIN to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RAIN.
For residential and commercial heating repairs, service, maintenance, or installation, contact Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Installation. With over 50 years of HVAC service, get in your comfort zone this winter. Visit aircomfortservice.com. That's aircomfortservice.com.
Working full-time but still falling behind? Learn how real estate education can help you build income and get ahead. On your terms, text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
This is Mayor Kara Spencer. Congratulations, KMOX, on 100 years of great service to the St. Louis region.
Mm-hmm. 225 DG Aslan KMOX. TW on the stream says, I'm with you, Andrew. Your friends have lost their senses of humor.
You've lost your sense of cartoonish slapstick joy.
Yeah. Janelle texted me on the break and said, if it comes out and it was faked, should someone be prosecuted for using resources? Rach thinks it's fake.
Prosecuted for using only if they called it in. I mean, I don't think you should be prosecuted just for creating the image. But if you created the image and then brought it to the police, like you have to have done
made a
both
false
of those
report,
things
then
yourself. Yeah.
If you just went on social media, probably not. You should just be scorned.
What if you didn't make the image, you saw the image, you didn't know if it was real or not, and you call it? I guess that's stupid. Never mind.
Yeah, that's
That's an innocent mistake. That's an innocent mistake. As soon as I was like, oh, here's a thinker, and then I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not at all.
I respect that you just bailed out.
Like, you got to know when to fold them.
Yeah, pulled the ripcord. No saving this plane. That was great.
So what if you saw the monkey, but not a picture, but then the monkey was a kid? Wheels, tell us about the scientists in Spain that studied the brain activity.
Oh, yeah. So I found this to be really interesting because it kind of explains a little bit of why we are all so confused by why certain people trend the way that they do. It's not so much based on politics, but it obviously has an impact on politics. It's much more about your views on your brain being wired essentially for authoritarianism. So they did a study in Spain, but I think it was beyond that too. They did a study of people's brains, and they were looking at why people lean toward authoritarianism, and it doesn't matter if it's left or right. So if you're looking at communist authoritarianism versus fascist authoritarianism, there's no difference in what they see in the brain. And what they see in simple terms is a lack of emotional regulation and a skewed sense of social reasoning. Like and there's more to it, but like those are the basic things that they'll find when studying the brains of people who identify themselves as being authoritarian in their views, right? So they studied a few thousand people. They did mapping of the brain. They did all this kind of stuff.
So what I would wonder is there a causal effect? Are people authoritarians because their brains are the way they are, or are their brains showing up the way they do because
they immerse themselves into
themselves?
That's a really good question. And they're saying it's about the dorsal media prefrontal cortex, and I don't know what that is, but there's a specific part of the brain where this happens. So they're making it seem like it's not learned. So it's a fascinating thing to understand why people are pushed to an extreme.
Yeah.
As opposed to, and it's not a majority of people, but the people that are predisposed, whether you're left or right, seem to have the same characteristics.
Okay, I don't want to be mean, but if you're a guy and you just have a grimy, multiple times refilled bottle of Dial that's got the crusty soap on the outside, that's a red flag.
What if you just have a bar of Dial soap with no soap dish?
I never like the bar of soap.
What if you have one bar of soap and you take it from the shower to the sink, back to the shower? How would you feel good about going to that guy's house?
Oh my gosh, I think I would just leave without saying anything.
Chris Ranji, Amy Mark Scores, weekdays at 9 on KMOX.
Here in St. Louis, we take pride in supporting our health and our community. That's why more and more families are turning to Neovitin multivitamins, created by a local physician and made right here in the U.S. using the highest quality domestic and international ingredients. With formulas for men, women, and adults 50 plus, Neovitin helps keep St. Louis families energized, supported, and ready for life. Find Neovitin at your local Dierbergs, Schnucks, and online at neovitin.com. Neovitin, trusted nutrition from St. Louis for St. Louis.
It's time for Dave Murray's weather forecast, sponsored by S&L Coins.
The southerly flow is back, and we have some pretty nice temperatures for this time of year this afternoon and through Tuesday. Then we start to turn colder. We could be very cold by this upcoming weekend. Plenty of sunshine this afternoon, 52. Tonight, clear skies, 39. Tuesday, partly sunny, 58. Now, Wednesday, first of several Arctic cold fronts coming in. This one's not too bad. Clouds, some sun. It's colder on Wednesday, 44. Keep that kind of going Thursday and Friday with even colder weather coming in Saturday and Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
S&L Coin. We buy gold and silver coins, silver and gold jewelry. Also buying gold-filled and silver plates. Before you sell, call S&L. 314-544-3600. 314-544-3600. S&L Coin.
Guys, the final wild card matchup is tonight in the NFL, and FanDuel is turning on playoff mode. And, of course, FanDuel is the official sportsbook of KMOX. It is the official sportsbook of Kevin Wheeler as well. And all customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. So tonight, you'll find the pack that's loaded up with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. I already looked at mine. In fact, I was on the app late last night after midnight, and they had popped up already. So I've got a 30% profit boost for tonight's game with Houston and Pittsburgh, and another one that's 25% in there for different ways of playing. You got a 3-leg parlay, a lot of cool options, and you still get to play the way that you want to. But with this being the last matchup of the wild card round, that's the one that we're still anticipating after really an exciting weekend and a back and forth one that saw some really cool comebacks and some upsets and things along those lines. So you can play along with all the action, take your shot on the upset tonight, maybe build a parlay that fits the moment, and some of the profit boosts are geared towards single-game parlays or multiple or regular parlays, so you can take advantage there too. You just apply those profit boosts, and you go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs continue to roll on. So visit FanDuel.com/Missouri, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL, and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Remember, you must be 21 or older and present in Missouri. Opt-in is required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to planning your retirement, there's a lot to think about. Portfolio management, tax planning, and retirement income just to get started. Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group focus on those things and more. Their goal is to help you achieve your goals. Call 636-230-8824 or online, yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Our segment with Bernie Miklasz is sponsored by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Dicon Comfort dealer.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Bernie Miklasz joins us. Hello, Bern.
Hello again. It's good to be back with Bang.
Good to have you, buddy. Quite a weekend. Cardinals are probably the smallest story, although we did add a guy, and there's been some movement in the league. So why don't we start there? Wheels roll out. What happened?
Well, they signed Ryan Stanek, is the player that they've added. He's a veteran reliever, and, you know, when you look at his career, and you can see, like, last year was a bad year for him. I think it simply comes down to command, and he lost his splitter last year. Because the previous years he was actually a quality reliever who's got great stuff. I mean, Bernie, I know Bernie's done the homework on it, but he's a guy that throws 100 miles an hour and has pitched well in the postseason in the past for Houston and others. So I think it's an interesting move. I think Bernie, for him, it's just, hey, I'm 34. I'm trying to prove to people that my bad year last year wasn't the real deal, and I'm going to come out and try to prove it with a team that's going to give me some innings.
Yeah, I'm not sure because we're all making a fuss over his velocity, which is understandable.
Right.
What we're not talking about is that here's a guy that was, striking out people 28, 29% of the time. Last year, his strikeout rate fell to 22.7%, and his walk rate went up again. And left-handed hitters absolutely massacred him. So I'm not. In other words, man, I'm not looking to be the town grouch over this. I understand why they signed him. They should have signed him. Because he's got enough stuff to where hey, maybe you can tweak him, you can do this, do that. I'm just saying there's some real red flags there too, and I don't think we paid enough attention to that.
No, there are. I mean, the walk rate's the biggest concern, and the fact that his splitter went from a really top end pitch in 2024 to basically abandoning him in 2025. I'm sure that that and the command are probably related to one another. His expected ERA was about a run lower than his real one, but we live in the real world. So the amount of runs you actually give up is the concern. There's stuff there, but as you said, Bern, the key is going to be, do you have the people now in place and the systems now in place to maybe fix those things?
You know, I went back. I'll be quiet after this. I went back to 2022, and it started in 2022, and like season by season by season by season, he was less effective in a lot of areas, season by season by season.
Yep.
And so, again, I just want to wait and see. You know, I do this all the time. We all do this, but I really do it too. You know, the Cardinals will make a move, and you say, "Oh man, it looks really good." Then I look for stuff, and I see, "Well, this is good, but boy, I don't know about that." And then the bottom line is, we got to wait until he pitches in real baseball games.
Yep. It's just the principle of it. When you're looking to add moves, you're trying to find some stuff. Maybe for us, Bernie, the most informative thing will be, how do they do trying to help guys like him and Dustin May? Are they turning into a team that can help make people better? Not just outside guys, but guys from within as well.
No, that's a legitimate source of optimism for me. It's not only the people they have, but at the major league level, because I think Dusty Blake's pretty good with that stuff. But also, you have a guy, Matt Pierpont, who's an excellent pitching director. They lured him away from Seattle. He's really sharp. He's fixed a lot of guys. And Rob Cerfolio is kind of a magician. I mean, the Cardinals, it was a real coup when they got him away from Cleveland. As Keith Law of The Athletic told me, he said Cerfolio knows all the secrets. Like, in other words, the Cleveland Guardians repeatedly, time after time after time, will take a pitcher and find a way to make him much better. And Cerfolio has been a big part of that. So yeah, I do believe that they have people in place now who can really help these guys get better.
So 1 week from tonight, Miami versus Indiana. Personally, I haven't been this excited for a national championship game in years and years and years, probably because of Wheeler and Ackerman. That's a lot of fun for us. But
it's the KMOX Bowl.
What do you think of the matchup?
Well, I think, frankly, I think Indiana is superior in every way. But Miami has exceeded my expectations. And so I'm not going to sit here and kind of ridicule the idea of them winning the game, but I just think that there is something extraordinary going on with Indiana. That's not a fluke. It's not a fairy tale. It's not a passing fancy. I mean, this guy Curt Cignetti got a jump on just about everyone in the industry because he knew exactly what to do in the NIL transfer portal era, and he's done it better than anybody else. And that the story itself is a miracle, but a miracle also implies that there's something maybe flimsy about it. It's kind of like they had an unbelievable stretch to remember. No, they're a great football team, and I think they've got the best coach right now in America. And I frankly, the only way Indiana loses the game is if Indiana messes up. And they're not a team that makes a lot of mistakes. They're so efficient. They're so smart. And I like the coaching matchup in favor of Indiana as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think to me, as a Miami guy, I've watched Indiana play, I think, 6 times, and I've watched Miami every game. The question to me is simple: is if the Miami that we saw against Ole Miss shows up, then this will be an easy win for Indiana because they made too many mistakes, too many stupid penalties, turnovers. Missed on dropped 4 interceptions that should have been made. You can't be screwing up against Indiana because they will shove it down your throat. If Miami plays the way they did against Ohio State, this will be a game, and it'll be like the Ohio State Indiana game in the Big Ten championship.
Well, yes and no, because Ohio State, Ryan Day was just coached a brutal game. He took over the play calling. And to beat Miami offensively, one of the things you got to do is you got to use tempo. You got to run a lot of plays.
Yep, get rid of the ball.
You got to get rid of the ball. You got to run a lot of plays. You got to keep those guys moving. You got to get them huffing and puffing. And Ryan Day just methodically run the football. Let's drop back Julian saying we can't block Miami, but let's let him take 7-step drops and just give Miami a chance to maim him, right? It was just a terrible approach against Miami, and I thought the same thing was, happened with Texas A&M. I think they went up against a real shaky, inexperienced quarterback, Marcel Reed, who made some terrible decisions.
Yep.
And the coaching staff never adjusted. Then you go to Ohio State. Ryan Day is a good head coach. He is not a good play caller. He had them trying to do the wrong things, the wrong approach, and Miami feasted on that. The problem is the guy on the other sideline ain't going to make it as easy for them as the first two coaches did in this tournament.
No, they got to play a mistake-free game. I mean, it's that simple. If you make mistakes, Indiana will beat you.
I think it's a huge I just think it's an obvious thing because I don't think people paid enough attention to what a bad game Ryan Day had on the sideline.
No, it was awful. And believe me, I've got the same, we've talked about it. I have the same concerns about Cristobal, where a lot of times game management, decisions in games, not knowing when to go for 2 instead of just kicking an extra point. Mismanaging the clock. I mean, there are a lot of game day things, and Cignetti wins all of those matchups.
He's Mario's done a hell of a job, though, man. I want to give him props
no doubt.
Because I've kind of made fun of him, but no, he's really done a terrific job. I'm looking forward to the game. I think Miami getting 8 points is kind of interesting to me. As from a wagering.
Yeah, that number is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see, and we'll also see. One of the things interesting is going to see how that big red mob. How can they take over the stadium down there? It's a de facto Miami home game, but I think Indiana still might get a bigger crowd in there.
Oh, it's a much bigger fan base. I mean, people have to keep in mind Indiana has one of the biggest alumni bases in the country out of any school. Forget that. And Miami is a 12,000 student body kind of school. Like, it's a much smaller alumni base and fan base. And these are not tickets that are, like if it was all being sold locally, well, then you could do it. But these are tickets that have been sold nationally for months.
I have a weird question. I have been clocking lately how much I'm getting on my social media about bad play-by-play. Whether it's Romo or it's Al Michaels. Is that Al Michaels, right?
Yeah.
Collinsworth.
Fowler was
Costas.
awful to me in the Miami game the other night. I thought Chris Fowler was one of his worst games.
What's going on?
I think it's just a focus thing. I don't know that it's getting worse. I think it's just people paying attention to mistakes.
Well, Tony Romo's, was so great early on, but it's really kind of hard to watch the games that he works. And I tell you what, Jim Nantz deserves all kinds of medals, medals and awards for putting up with it. I mean, I thought Romo yesterday was just a buffoon. He just got in the way of way too many things, and he makes these noises and he giggles for no reason. And Al Michaels, man, listen, great respect for him. But, I don't know what to say about that because, hell, I'm 60, almost 67. I'm not as good as I used to be. I think when you get to a certain age, man, you're not going to be quite at your A game all the time. So I have empathy for Al Michaels. I'm not going to barbecue him, but there's some other people that should be better than they are. I think Romo's a great example of that.
Yeah.
So, and listen, my brother and I were talking about this. We see people getting on Collinsworth all the time, and I'm not sure why. I mean, maybe it's his personality. But Chris Collinsworth is really prepared. The reasons Tony Romo has basically just collapsed as an analyst is he doesn't put any work into it. You can tell. Collinsworth is very well prepared. He knows what he's talking about because he's researched it and he's talked to everyone and he's made sure to get details and to be on top of things. Romo just kind of wings it. I'm sorry, that's not good enough.
It worked when he was first out, but I think this is partly why he was a phenomenon. Because when he was first out, he was really close to the game. He had just been playing, so he had already basically had the built-in prep. And what we're seeing now is the further he is from his own playing time, the less he is up to date with what's going on.
Right. No, I agree. So, Dave Glover, man, you're spot on, though, man. There was an incredible amount of noise on social media about how bad some of the performances were. Although I do think people sort of go out of their way to look for stuff to bellyache about. But there were some legitimate things.
Yeah, with Al, I mean, we're all going to get to that point. But to me, the bigger point is this guy is 81 and he's still doing this. Like, that's pretty amazing. It's pretty great.
And he's still better than a lot of people.
Right.
You know, but it's like the late, great, immortal, iconic, legendary Jack Buck used to joke when he was getting older and he was having some health problems, and I can't do his voice. But he said, he said, well, you got the best years of my career. Now you're going to get the worst. So, and I thought, imagine him saying it in that voice. And I'm sure there's some sound somewhere in the archives of him saying that. But
that's great.
Yeah.
He summed it up perfectly,
Yeah.
Bern, tell us about Saliga.
I will be happy to. Proud to represent Saliga Heating, Cooling, a Daikin Comfort dealer. Been taking care, the same family as Saliga is taking care of other families in St. Louis since 1927. Excuse me. And the Miklases have been calling on Saliga for about 18 years. We're very, very happy to have found them because we have come to expect, and we're very, very thankful for their integrity and knowledge, their professionalism. They know what they're doing. They know how to treat you. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. The Saliga family, and Dan Saliga is the fourth fourth generation. They believe they have your business every single time you call them and they come to your home to see what's up and to fix something or recommend something. They believe they have to earn your trust because that's the only way they'll keep your business. So you know what? They're now in their 100th year, the Saliga family. Now, so what does that say about their ability to earn trust and keep earning the business of St. Louis families? I think it says a lot. So if you're not sure who to call, go with the track record. Go with Saliga Heating and Cooling, which is an extraordinary St. Louis family business. Check out the Priority Club. It's a maintenance plan. It's going to save you money, extending the life of your current equipment. They can do it all. So I recommend just go to SaligaHeating.com to get the phone number and a list of all their services. Thank you.
They're back and bringing all the hits.
This is Rascal Flatts.
Rascal Flatts, live at Enterprise Center, January 17th. Sing along to all of their best songs. One night, one stage. All the songs you love. Tickets still available at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
Want immediate cash for your home or see what your home is really worth in today's market? Find out for free from the local experts, my friends Mark and Neil Gelman of eXp Realty. Check out thegelmanteam.com today. That's thegelmanteam.com.
Tell you guys about Susan L. Ward. So Susan is a divorce attorney, and I've been there and done that, and I've handled a couple hundred of them as an attorney, and it is critically important. But it's not even, okay, let me just be honest. Let's say you have $500,000 to split up. It is less important to me whether you split it 50-50 or 60-40 or you're on the good end or you're in the bad end. It is a difficult process to go through, especially if you still care about that person or your kids. And Susan can do anything. She can keep it civil. She can help you to get a deal. She can help you to get a case mediated. But if someone is playing ugly with you, maybe there's been some sort of physical abuse or addiction issues and you just don't trust that person with your kids, she can be a fierce advocate. Best of all, she will give you a free consultation if you call and let her know you're from the show. I would encourage you to write down 5 or 10 very specific questions and she will give you very specific answers. That's 314-783-9400, STLFamilyLaw.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultrafine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
For all station contest rules, go to KMOX.com/rules.
Welcome back, DGS 251. I'm just going to talk about... crap. You ever do that?
Yeah.
Like, I knew it. I'm just like, oh, yeah, this will fit right here. And then I'm just like, brain fart. Consciousness gone.
Yep. Just a baby.
Just a baby.
Just a baby.
So much pressure.
Can't be asked to do a radio show.
Being a baby.
I am a baby.
For people that missed that bit, they must be like, what are they talking
What the hell are they talking about?
Officer, what do you not understand? I can't follow traffic laws. I'm a baby.
I'm a 61-year-old baby.
Did you guys see The Escape Dog?
The what?
The Escape Dog?
No.
Oh, it's pretty amazing. This pretty big black dog is in a rescue center, and he figures out how to get out of his cage, and then he gets to the front door, and he's able to use his mouth to unlock the door and get out.
Oh, I'm watching the video now. That is a smart boy.
He's been planning this for months.
I mean, that's and just like a pig that falls out of the truck, now someone finally adopted him. Like, oh, I didn't know he could open a door.
That is the last dog I'm
His life
adopting.
has value now.
That is the absolute last dog I'm adopting. Remember how I said I get a little unsettled by two smart dogs?
Yeah.
I don't want a dog that can navigate my home on its own.
I do. Those are great. They're the best dogs. All dogs are great, but the smart ones, man, they make you laugh. Like this guy was like, I'm not having it. I'm out. Got to have better locks, though, by the way. If it's that easy, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I think any lock you can open with your mouth is like...
Well, I just mean, I'm making more of his cage area than the front door, but like you shouldn't be able to push that open if you're a dog.
You guys see that countries are banning grok?
Oh?
Yeah.
Because it can't stop creating child sex abuse
Yes.
material.
Yes.
Why
We should be banning grok. It's
at
ridiculous.
this point, why have they not fixed that?
Because it's not like the thing that's so funny is grok can go on Twitter and call itself Mecha Hitler, and everyone's like, oh, shut grok down. Let's take care of this right away. This is making us look really bad. But then grok can create non-consensual pictures, sometimes including children who are being sexualized, and it's like, you know, you guys, sometimes bad things happen, and there's just not much we can do. We're all just going to have to figure this out together. It's pathetic. It shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, other countries are way out there ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
So I read a opinion piece in the New York Times earlier today, basically stating that a huge reason we're running into this problem is because child sex abuse material is not, it's not legal to test programs, to kind of push a program to its limit, to see if it's able to create these kind of things. There's a carve out for child sex abuse material. Even like in a good faith situation, you're not allowed to create it or to try to find a workaround to create it in order to stop it. Which I think that's coming from a good place of like, yeah, we just don't want this material to ever exist. So we don't run tests on it. However, that doesn't stop the bad guys from using this technology.
Yeah.
But what it does is it like handicaps the good guys, the normal people, from finding a way to stop it. We should be able to create like blocks to where you would never be able to create something like this in this programming. But since creating it even as a way of avoiding it is illegal, we're left with this weakness that is being exploited.
So the only ones who are doing it for their own gratification, basically.
Yes. So we're just in a really bad spot.
Well, you would think that the richest man in the world would be like, yeah, this is probably not what I want representing my company.
And also the man who is like obsessed with transgender people playing sports or like getting a gender affirming surgery, like this occupies his every thought, and he does whatever he can do to stop these things from happening. This is such a small percentage of the population to even be so worried about it and so twisted up about it. But then you have, your creation, your technology, creating things that are harming children and gratifying sexual predators, and you're just letting that slip through the cracks for whatever reason?
New tax resolution firms are popping up every day with high-paid celebrity endorsers, advertising ridiculous claims in their TV ads. That's why they have the tiny, unreadable disclaimers at the bottom of the screen. Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. Our ads never have those ridiculous, fast-talking, tiny disclaimers at the end because, simply put, there are no guarantees when it comes to the IRS and wiping out tax bills. And we don't make promises we can't keep. Of course, there are ways the Lance Drury Law Firm can help resolve your tax debt, but no company can guarantee it will eliminate it. This is why their clients call the Lance Drury Law Firm when those promises don't pan out. If you have tax problems, you have legal problems, call me, Lance Drury in St. Louis at 314-260-6120 or visit Lance, D-R-U-R-Y, law.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Guys, Kevin Wheeler here for 213 Complex. You can pick that up at supplement superstores. And what 213 Complex is simply the most effective all-natural weight loss supplement on the marketplace. Now, nothing's magic. You got to do work to go along with it. But this is the time of year people are making changes. You're changing your diet. You're maybe getting into a more strict exercise routine. Well, those things are a challenge, and they're hard for me to do. And I look for every edge that I can get. Well, 213 Complex is the edge, and here's why. It gets your metabolism working at full go, right? 100% capacity. Most of us operate way below that. 80% of the population has a metabolism that is not operating at an optimum level, and 213 Complex gets that working. And it's not something you'll necessarily feel every day, but you're going to notice it like I do when your belt pulls tighter, a little easier, your pants fit looser, your shirts are a little looser. You'll notice right away because you do get results early on. Helps with cravings, which is a big deal. You get all-day focused energy, no crash at the end of the day like you get with energy drinks, and you finish the day basically wanting to go do a workout because you feel great. And, it's just a simple process. They have a lot of great information and help for you at Supplement Superstores, and 213 Complex is really the key to kind of getting things started. Be your little assistant as you get going on New Year's resolutions and things along those lines. So go into Supplement Superstores. Tell them you heard Kevin Wheeler talking about it on KMOX. They will knock 30% off the 213 Complex, and you can find your location by going to supplementsuperstores.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found Tax Relief Advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or
have now versus what grandparents had is we have my area, which is our independent living communities. So independent living is basically an apartment full of other people your age, and we provide all the services that you need. So you don't have to mow the grass. You don't have to worry about what am I going to cook for dinner. Isolation is one of the biggest risks for seniors, and moving to an independent living community that feels like home, and it's connections. It's our world is all about connections, and we've done a phenomenal job of providing that for seniors. If they need more help, we bring it to them. If they can't stay independent, we have a plan for that. One of the things I'm proudest about in my 30 years at Bethesda is our ability to look at our seniors and say, here's where we are, where are we going, and how do we get them there?
Yeah.
So I'm very fortunate that I get to lead teams that do that.
And the way you guys do it, it can be done in such a way that it's not a surprise.
Agreed. Correct.
You know?
Yeah.
In fact, ideally, it's not a surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea is for people to start looking for an independent living community before they, quote unquote, need to go into an independent living community. I mean, take advantage of the opportunity to just see what's out there and make sure that you go in when you are active and when you're vibrant and you can take care of all, and you can take advantage of all the activities and you can do everything that you want to do.
Amen.
That's what that's really what the formula should be.
Yeah, Grandma Glover, my mom, is a template for this because she was 75 when my dad passed away. She lived in that house by herself with, we helped her out, but she lived by herself. So she totally could have been in an independent living place. She would talk incessantly about how lonely she was. And I'd say, well, Mom, there are places, and she'd shut it down, and I don't want to be around all those old people and such. And then once she got sick, she confided in me, I should have moved 20 years ago.
Right.
So that was sad. That was hard to hear.
And I think people are still in, as you said, the mindset of it's a facility. It's a place I don't want to be. And, nobody comes to independent living or comes on a tour going, I want to move to the nursing home. That's the next step. So the more education we can do, the more of a resource that we can be. And it's one of the things that people often reach out to Bethesda for is mom and dad are going through this or that. What can I do? What should I do? What do the terms mean? What's independent? What's assisted? Can I have something done at home? Because those are all legitimate questions. And one of the things I think we're very good at is not being the sales pitch, right? Listen, solve for the problem. People don't call us because they just want to chat. They call because they have a need. Our job is to figure out what that is and how do we fit it? And ideally it's with us. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes this might be a better fit for you. And that's just part of what we do as the St. Louis community is provide the resource.
Yeah, when I went on my tour with you guys, we did 3 or 4 facilities, apartment buildings for the independent living, and it was great. As someone who is your spokesperson, it was even better as a 61-year-old guy to know that, you're going to be okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not 40.
Right.
I'm closer to that than I am getting my first apartment.
Aren't we all?
And it made it. I took a big sigh of relief when I saw your places. Like, oh, this is possible. And then at every one of them, it's like you guys set this up. I know you didn't, but at every one of them, one of the residents came to me, probably thinking I was moving in, and said, "The people here are so nice. Oh my gosh, it's so great. I mean, wow."
That is a consistent thing that happens in our communities. And again, it's that feeling of being at home. One of the terms in our industry is home-like, which I don't like at all. It shouldn't be home-like. It's your home, right? And so when people come in or they go to a tour, they often tour a couple of our communities. And I recently had lunch with a resident, and she chose the building she chose because when she walked in, it felt like home. That's the greatest compliment anybody can give us is I'm comfortable here. I'm happy here. I trust you. I know your name. Now I know it fits.
Yeah.
And we've heard from other residents when we talk to them, and they say, we toured some other places too, and we didn't really get that feel. And I think it's very important to, when you walk in, to be looking for that level of comfort, that level of security, that level of safety when you're walking in, and making sure that people look happy. People are talking to each other.
Yes.
People are just having a good time. People are living their life.
We're talking to Jeff Waldman and Michelle Glass from Bethesda Health. If you're interested in any of the things that Bethesda does, you can go to BethesdaHealth.org/Glover. And can you talk? The places are beautiful. They really are. You did a great job with the outdoor facilities and the walking paths and the flowers and the gardens and such. But talk about the most important part, which are the people who work there, the people who work for you, because they were delightful.
I am extremely fortunate to have a group of individuals who are committed to what they do. They interact with tours and residents just as much as the rest of us. I have very long tenured team members, which is something you don't always get. You get a lot of turnover. We focus a lot on knowing the resident, who they are, what they need, if they haven't seen them recently. And again, it goes back to that feeling of home and feeling of community. Even the frontline team, they worry about people. If they're in the hospital, they may be off for the weekend. They might call to check and see, did Mary come home yet? That is not an unusual occurrence at all. They hug regularly. In senior living, we all have the same box. We all have activities. We all have dining. We all have, to your point, the walking paths and the pretty things. Again, the feeling and the connections, I think, is one of the things that sets us apart from so many other places out there.
If I were in the same situation today that I was in 25 years ago with my mom, being freshly widowed, and I know that it's the best for her to go somewhere like the independent living in Bethesda, but she's given me the wall. How much help can you give to a family in that situation?
We can give quite a lot of help. We often work with adult children and have exactly that scenario. Mom's hesitant, whatever it is. We'll find out from you what are the things that she used to do that she maybe misses. What are your goals? Sometimes the third party, being the professional, can come in and have the conversation. We've all done home visits, myself included, where we sit down with your mom, just have the conversation. A lot of times it's easier for us because you are the child, you know nothing. You are always going to be the child who knows nothing.
Yes.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
We can come in and just say, maybe making this move would make Dave's life easier.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't worry so much about what's going on with you, because at the end of the day, most parents are going to take the cue to help their child. And so that's often a conversation that we have. If it's just, I'm not ready, there are, what's not ready? What aren't you ready for? Well, I want one more Christmas. Okay, well, what does one more Christmas look like? So again, years of doing this. This is not our first rodeo in this. This is your first time doing it. So reaching out to people who can give you guidance or support or just listen. Sometimes the timing's not right. But again, it's connection, it's empathy, it's listening, all of those things.
I love that. That's a great answer. We were not going to get into cost, but I will say that as someone who just had my mom in one of the facilities and someone who's 20 years away from this, I was pleased that it's affordable.
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone's terrified of this.
Yeah.
Right?
That is probably the biggest question that terrifies people. That, and do I have to give up my car? And one of the things we have, not to get detailed in pricing, but we offer multiple options. So again, that's a conversation that our team can have and find out where you are, what are your goals? And everyone has different financial goals, whether it's I have family or charities I want to make sure have money, or whether it's I'm just afraid to pull out this much money. We listen to that and explain what all the options are, and it's very simple to do. So it's just conversation.
That's great. BethesdaHealth.org/Glover. Any other contact numbers or websites or places for information that they should go? Can they call you directly? How do people go from here?
Absolutely. I would say the easiest thing to do is to call our corporate number, which is 314 800-1900. And that will get you our receptionist. The easiest way to get hold of me if someone has questions about aging is my email address, because I am tied to that with my little electronic leash. And that is mmglass. So Michelle, middle initial also M, Glass, GLASS, at BethesdaHealth.org. You can also reach us through our website. We all have bios up there. There's a contact us button on the website. So if you're driving and couldn't write any of this down, contact us. We'll start the ball rolling.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
KMOX, celebrating 100 years. Presented by Purina. Your pet, our passion. Now, a KMOX pioneer.
For nearly half a century, Jack Buck was the unmistakable sound of St. Louis. His warm storytelling and unforgettable calls transformed baseball on the radio. From Cardinals championships to the everyday heartbeat of the season, Jack's voice became part of life in St. Louis.
It's the great American pastime, baseball. It's not just a game invented for athletes who can run from home to first in 4 seconds. It's a game made for kids and played by kids.
Beyond baseball, he was a full-range broadcaster. Buck hosted the station's At Your Service and Sports Open Line programs. He was a storyteller whose humor and humility resonated with fans far beyond the ballpark. Jack Buck, a KMOX pioneer.
What's up? It's Draymond Green. I'm back for my 14th NBA season, and my podcast, The Draymond Green Show, is back too. This season, I'm breaking down games, reacting to the biggest NBA stories, and sitting down with teammates, rivals, and culture shapers. And trust me, I'm not holding back, on the court or on the mic. 2 new episodes every week, new segments, big conversations, real basketball talk for the real hoop heads. Listen to and follow The Draymond Green Show wherever you get your podcasts. We're back, we're better. Let's get it.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Want to build income without a second job? Learn how real estate investing can help you create extra income one step at a time with Lifestyles Unlimited. Text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
Hello, I'm John Rooney. Congratulations to KMOX on 100 years strong. Truly making KMOX the voice of St. Louis.
.322 DGS, happy Monday to you. Do a little DGS happy hour?
Oh, sure.
Certainly.
Anyone got anything?
Got a couple stuffs.
I sounded like Jack Buck there. Didn't even need to.
Got anything?
You got anything?
I got a question for the crew.
All right.
Is it ever okay to play your music out loud in public places, like when other people are around?
To the point that it bothers another
because,
person?
like, so as the examples that were brought up, the main one was like people who bring their little Bluetooth speakers to the beach, as an example, or to like a gym where they don't want to wear headphones because it's it gets in the way or whatever. I don't know. You shouldn't just get wireless ones and you'll be fine. But there are people that will just play their Bluetooth speakers and in public places where people are near, and they get offended when people tell them, "Hey, you need to please turn that off." And I don't understand why you would think that's okay.
Yeah, I find it rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, it's a really easy test. Now, if I'm, say, at Forest Park, and we're all sitting down by the Grand Basin, and I'm, 50 feet away from you. You should be able to listen to your music at a level that you can hear it fine.
Right. And it's not disturbing other people.
I can tell you're playing. I don't care if I can hear your music. I just want to be able to talk to whoever I'm with.
Right.
That seems like a pretty bright line test to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Distance is what matters, right? Some of the examples were like a gym where people are moving around and all that. Or like on a crowded beach when there are a lot of people. Like on a busy day, if you've ever been to the beach and you've got people that are within 10, 15 feet of you, please refrain. I think to me, it's weird that we don't get that because we've never not gotten that in the past.
You know what bothers me the most, especially about the beach, is, in my humble opinion, eyeballing the people who do it. It seems like it's 5% they want to hear music and 95% they want you to see how cool their system is.
I think there's a little bit of both. So on that note, do you think people who violate things like that, or maybe people who use their speakerphone in public places, should they be fined? Because there are fines for that in other parts of the world. Like there's a story about a guy in France who was using his speakerphone in public transportation, and the person that came up there, the security officer is like, well, you need to stop doing that, and he kind of blew it off, and they're like, all right, here you go, buddy. Here's a $200 ticket. Because you're you're disturbing the peace.
I don't know that I'm ready to find people who are talking on the speakerphone or talking to a Bluetooth. I personally find it annoying, and Rach sees me run out of the office all the time. If I have to take a phone call, I'm a speaker person. I don't like it up to my ear.
Oh, okay.
But I will go find a cubbyhole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, nothing wrong with that, but don't do that while you're walking through the store.
Agreed.
And, it's kind of annoying.
Kind of creepy, too.
Yeah, but it's especially, does the other person know they're on speakerphone?
Yeah.
And that you're in a public place? I don't know, man. There's some etiquette breaches there.
Rach, what we got?
Okay, so Golden Globes was last night. I only watched, a little bit of the monologue. I thought Nikki Glaser was very funny. But in the spirit of the Golden Globes, I've been kind of thinking about, celebrity gossip, celebrity news lately. From time to time, I'll do a celebrity gossip segment on the show. But lately, I don't know, something will come up in my feed and it'll be like Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, when I really examine what's going on, I don't care at all. I really don't. I don't care. However, for some reason, that stuff sticks in my brain. I am able to remember and recall every detail about a celebrity gossip story. And, just someone will be on TV. Oh, who's that? I know who the celebrity, I know their name. I know who they dated 5 years ago. Why is it that my brain is holding on to that information so much? And then important things, I'm like, I can't remember. Why is it like that? Why does it have to be like that?
The eternal question. I would be so good at math if my head weren't filled with Gilligan's Islands episodes.
I was going to say, for me, it's not celebrity news, it's sports stuff.
See, I am where Rachel is, only farther down the road of not giving a rat's ass about celebrity. But I just assumed it was my age.
It's not even that I'm I don't even mean it in a negative way, get out of my life, I don't care about you. It's just when I really examine how I actually feel.
Yeah.
If I never gathered any more information on any of these people, it doesn't really affect my life in any way.
Yeah.
And yet, when I am scrolling, I'm like, oh, wait, what did Timothée Chalamet do again? What was Kylie wearing?
I met my wife in law school at the University of Florida. She was from upstate New York and I was from Kentucky. We met at a daily mass at St. Augustine's. She was the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen in my life. After communion, I followed her out of the church and got her phone number. The rest is history. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Little did we know that one day we would have 4 children and the largest injury firm in the world. All 4 work in the business. It's a family business. Did I ever see this coming? Hell no. We just worked very hard and treated our clients like we would want to be treated, like family. It's a full-service injury firm, auto accidents, medical malpractice, workers' compensation, Social Security, and insurance disputes. We're open 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit forthepeople.com and we can get to work on your case. No recovery, no fee. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Tell you guys about Neovite again. So everyone, I mean, if you saw my diet, it's just terrible. And I eat way too much fast food. I eat way too much sugar. And I don't do the right things for myself and my body. I really, really need to change that. But don't we all? If we were all Amy Mark scores and, just living on wheat germ and running marathons, but we don't. And so you need a little bit extra. Neovite is a multivitamin. And if you have high cholesterol like me, then you have a need for omega fish oils. These have omega fish oils in them, but they're not the least bit fishy. I've tried to take fish oil supplements and just couldn't do it. Just tasted too nasty. So look for them at the grocery stores. You can also get them at neovite.com.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we got a couple of issues, well, a few issues, more than a couple out there right now. In fact, they just reported an injury crash eastbound Manchester at Sulphur Spring out west of 141. A little bit of a backup there. Crews are just on the way to that right now. Downtown, got a crash eastbound 70 just past Tucker. Right lane's blocked. Traffic's jammed back to O'Fallon Park. A solid jam on eastbound 70. On the Illinois side, they're working with a semi that's load shifted earlier. It's eastbound 64 just east of 157. Right lane's closed. Eastbound 64 is jammed at 255 because of that one. If you're on westbound Highway 70 this afternoon, there are no delays. Like I said, downtown eastbound's a mess, but westbound's easy going. Westbound 64, you're backed up Kings Highway to Hampton. Slow to Clayton Skinker. It's slow. Lindbergh out to 270, but after that, you're in the clear. South 270, north of Olive down to 64 through Manchester, and a couple of spots between 44 and Gravois where it's a little slow. Eastbound 44 backed up, that road work going on east of Kings Highway. It's jammed back pretty close to Hampton. Southbound 55 south of Arsenal down through Bates, you've got congestion. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at LanceDruryLaw.com.
For 100 years, you've welcomed KMOX into your cars, your kitchens, and your daily routines.
You've trusted us through breaking news, championship celebrations, and the stories that shaped our city.
You've listened during moments of joy and leaned on us when times were uncertain.
From overnight shifts to early mornings, from one generation to the next, you've made KMOX part of your life.
From everyone at KMOX, thank you, St. Louis, for 100 unforgettable years.
KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
If every time you have people over, you're embarrassed about your bathroom, it is the perfect time to plan ahead for a spring installation of a new bathroom. At Michael's Bass, they specialize in beautiful, safe bathroom remodels, from tub to shower conversions to full renovations, including the paint and electrical work. Family owned and locally owned, michaelsbass.com. You can plan now for a spring install and ask about financing options, including 0% interest upon approval. michaelsbass.com.
This report is sponsored by McKelvey Homes.
Hi, I'm Jim Brennan at McKelvey Homes. Have you always wished for a brand new home in an established neighborhood? Select one of our move-in ready custom homes throughout St. Louis, or we will build on your lot. Visit McKelveyHomes.com and move up to McKelvey.
It's men's Billikens basketball action Wednesday night as they face Fordham. Pre-game 6:45, tip at 7 on your home for Billikens basketball. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 334. Go to sleep says, holy crap, this day flew by. I agree.
Well, day's only half over here.
Showing pretty quick so far. See,
it has gone fast.
Dave Murray, not only one of my favorite people in the world, but Dave is, what's my analogy? I'm thinking of a driving analogy. Dave is Kansas City when I am driving to Lawrence, Kansas. I'm almost there.
I get you.
So when I see Dave's smiling face, I'm like.
So for us, it's
bingo.
He's the Wally's on the way to Chicago.
There you go.
You've made some ground up. It's a good stop.
Yeah.
But I just can't drive 55.
Nor can I. Funny.
So gorgeous day today, Dave.
Yeah, this is an interesting week coming up. No big storms. We'll get that out of the way. But there's three things that we're dealing with. One is a warm-up. We started it today. We'll get through it tomorrow. Then there's two cold fronts on the way. So let's break this all down. Tomorrow is the warmest day of the week. 59 for the high. Gets a little windy in the afternoon. A south wind. That's what's in play right now. 67 is the record tomorrow. So we're not even close to that. That's from 1952. A lot of clouds start to build back in Tuesday night. Wednesday, the first cold front comes in. And Wednesday is, that front is kind of the preview of the big brother cold front that's coming. So lots of clouds on Wednesday. Windy. The winds will swing to the northwest. It's colder. I think we have to look at the whole day Wednesday in the 30s, but low 30s by late in the day. Front's coming through dry. Wednesday night, we're down to 18. Thursday, sunny, but it's only 32. Now, Friday, here comes the second front. We're ahead of it most of the day. Partly sunny skies, windy from the south for a while. We should hit a high of 42 on Friday. Then the front comes through, winds swing to the northwest, dropping temperatures during the mid to late afternoon hours. Could be a couple of snow flurries late Friday into Friday evening, and that sets us up for temperatures, high temperatures in the 20s on Saturday and Sunday. So there's a lot going on, but it's mainly dry. But all of this is mainly a dry weather pattern, which is kind of typical when you get this strong northwest flow, strong Arctic cold that starts to drop in. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Northwest flow, never trust it. Have to see if a southwest storm pulls together, but there are no signs of that at all. There is a giant high-pressure system over the western United States, so nothing's going to get going there. So it's colder, but it's dry. How long does the cold last after Sunday? Not sure of that yet.
Dave, have we been or are we in any trouble the next couple of days of like trees being damaged from budding out and bugs and things like this?
No, I think we've had enough swings to stop that from really happening. You'll see some, tomorrow you might see some, flies kind of thing hatch, do a quick hatch, and then the cold knocks them out. So no, I'm not worried about that yet.
Every fly has a crappy life, right?
Or a beautiful life.
But the ones who are born now, they're like, hey, here we go. And then boom, there's a cold front and you're dead.
Yeah, but think of what their purpose is. I mean, they get to eat and do other things, and then they're dead.
That's the thing, though, is to them, maybe that time feels like forever.
That's a good point.
They move so fast.
Yeah.
I would prefer you not do that again.
You didn't like the little...
I didn't like the look on your face. I feel like it was my first night in Shawshank.
What if the fly was starring Kevin Wheeler instead of Jeff Goldblum?
Oh, man, a lot less pregnant pauses, I can tell you that.
Way more action.
A little more yelling.
Yeah,
I'm a fly! Plus, I'd spend
what the
the
hell's
movie...
this fly talking about?
I'd spend the movie with my arms like this going...
Big, giant, buff fly.
That is a movie that kind of sticks with you, though. At least it does with me.
Yes, it does. Oh, my gosh, yes. Especially as a kid, yeah. The Vincent Price one, that was terrifying. Headlines, Rach?
Headlines is brought to you by Schnucks. Reward yourself daily with the Schnucks Rewards app. So bad news. The CDC says that flu activity probably has not peaked yet, and we're seeing a record-breaking season. So about 40,000 people were admitted to the hospital with the flu during the week ending January 3rd, so week before last. Overall, there were about 12 flu hospitalizations for every 100,000 people in the U.S. last week. So some of those indicators have fallen, but that doesn't necessarily mean the season has reached its peak. This downtick could be to changes in healthcare seeking or reporting during the holidays. We may see some more increases in flu cases in the weeks ahead. So stay woke, people. Don't let the flu get you.
Man, I don't want it. After having this thing that I've had for the past 15 days, which is not the flu, I don't want anything else. No flu.
No, thank you.
Please.
Mortgage rates on Friday fell below 6% for the first time in years. This was after the president ordered his representatives to begin buying $200 billion worth of mortgage bonds. So this is part of his push to lower costs for Americans grappling with the high cost of living. But as of Friday, rates for the average 30-year mortgage have now fallen more than 1% in the last year. 15-year fixed-rate mortgage also dropped significantly on Friday, falling to 5.55%. This is the lowest the 30-year average, anyway, has been since February of 2023.
I'm confused because I don't know anything about what I'm going to ask about. But if the government is buying bonds to do stuff, isn't that our money anyway? Isn't that coming from?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're taking our money and we're not using it on things that are other things, but we're using it on this. Are we going to pay some price for that? I know that's a totally dumb guy question asking about a thing I don't understand.
No,
fully.
I think it's a smart guy question. You're just with dumb people.
It's like, okay, like it's from the same money.
Yeah.
That we're getting from the taxpayers. Why am I saying that like Bill Cosby? And we're just moving stuff around to make it do different things. But is it going to, in the end, it's all still our money?
You're buying down the interest rates.
See, I can't answer this question because the president didn't specify who those representatives are, when or how these purchases will happen, and whether he can do this without congressional backing. All I know is the mortgage rates are down.
Did you guys see?
There you go.
I promised my boss I wouldn't talk about Trump today, but did you see that the DOJ has announced criminal investigation into Jerome Powell? And Powell came out first time because the Fed has always been very, to me, shadowy and like it's independent and it's this and it's that and it's in St. Louis.
Meant to be independent.
Yeah, it's meant to be. But the Fed chairman rarely says much. And he posted about a 15-minute TikTok yesterday where he just took the Trump administration on line by line. It was really something.
Yeah, apparently all of the living former Fed chairmen have also signed on to something. They put out a public letter saying this is stupid or something.
And he only has 5 months left to go. Come on, dude.
Let's see. A recent Wallet Hub study shows some of the best U.S. cities to find job openings if you're looking for a job, and St. Louis is on the list. So according to this study from Wallet Hub, the number one city with the most job openings is Pittsburgh. Then we have Columbia, South Carolina, Orlando, Florida, and St. Louis comes in at number 4. Richmond, Virginia rounds out the list at number 5. 15,000 nurses have walked off the job in New York City after negotiations through the weekend failed to yield breakthroughs in their contract disputes. This is obviously a pretty big deal. But hospitals involved have been hiring temporary nurses to try and fill this labor gap, and they say they're going to do whatever is necessary to minimize disruptions. But I don't know. I say give the nurses what they want. They're very important people. Let's keep them happy.
No kidding.
A judge orders a hearing on if Luigi Mangioni's backpack was lawfully searched during his arrest. So the judge overseeing Mangioni's federal trial today ordered this hearing to determine whether or not that backpack was legally searched when he was arrested at a McDonald's in December of 2024. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
It's been a while since I can remember a case where, probably the OJ trial, where something evidentiary like that was kept out, like a movie, like a big, like, aha, you forgot to Mirandize me. Like I'm sure it happens every day, but in big cases, I can't remember the last time that happened. I think it could happen on this one. I'm no expert on the facts of this case, but from the small amount I've read, if you get a ballsy judge, the judge could throw that out.
Meta has blocked 550,000 accounts under Australia's social media ban for teens. So in December, this new law began requiring that social media sites, including Instagram and Facebook, stop Australians under the age of 16 from having accounts on their platforms. So we now see this going into effect. Meta says it blocked over 300,000 accounts on Instagram, over 100,000 on Facebook, about 40,000 on Threads during its first week of compliance with the new law. So Meta is also arguing that age verification should be happening at an app store level, because I guess they don't want to bear the responsibility for policing this.
Mm-hmm.
And they also say exemptions for parental approval should be created. This is a really interesting story to me because I don't think it's just like, oh, it's banned and it's done. I think we're going to see a lot of different things play out. And I also don't think it's the only country that's going to take a move like this in the next couple of years. Muhammad Ali is going to be honored with a commemorative U.S. postage stamp.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very cool. This is the first time he's being honored. And once he joked that he should be a postage stamp because, quote, that's the only way I'll ever get licked. One more story.
Couldn't see that coming at all.
He's always got a line, man.
Yeah.
One more story for you guys. Melania Trump's film is going to premiere at the Kennedy Center on January 29th. I have seen a ton of commercials for this, like when I'm watching stuff on Amazon. It's just called Melania. It's a documentary about, it looks like leading up to the 2024 election is the main thing that they focus on. So it'll be streaming on Amazon.
Like made by Melania? Her people?
Alongside Melania, yes.
Okay.
I don't know if it was like her assistant filming or whatever, but she's definitely very much a part of the process. Actually, I think the director is Braz. He's some well-known person. He's slipping my mind.
Braz, huh?
Is it Braz?
Braz himself?
Famous director Braz.
There is
We
a
all
famous
know
director
him.
named Boz.
It's not him.
Not Baz Luhrmann.
It's like Brett Ratner.
Oh, Ratner, yeah. Brett Ratner's a documentarian, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. He's director.
He's a documentarian?
Or as we call him, Raz.
Wheels is full of beans today.
It's the SpongeBob shirt, I think.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, watch out for the monkeys.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we've still got our issue downtown on eastbound Highway 70 with this crash just past Tucker. It looks like just the right lane is blocked. They had the two right lanes last time up, but we still have a jam eastbound 70 back at O'Fallon Park. There's still a little bit of a backup on eastbound 64, 255 headed into 157. That's where we had an incident with a tractor trailer that had the right lane blocked. They called out more EMS for that crash. Manchester at Sulphur Spring. There's a backup both ways. Eastbound's not bad. Westbound's only backed up to 141, so that's not terrible either, really. Westbound 64, Kings Highway headed out through Clayton Skinker. You've bunched up at a couple of spots. West of Lindbergh to 270, slow. And then there's heavier traffic from 364 out to 70 now. Southbound 270 from 364 all the way through Manchester. 44 through Gravel is busy. South 170 just bogs down right around the Parkway. Roadwork eastbound 44, Hampton past Kings Highway, stop and go. Southbound 55, south of Arsenal down to Bates. You've got delays after that. There's barely a slowdown at Highway Z. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
My best friend Jenny came over for coffee, said it's cold enough in here to play hockey. Well, my furnace broken, it's already late. Call Jerry Kelly because they're open till 8, jerrykelly.com. They're fast and they're good and they got it going on, Jerry Kelly.
The 29th annual Winter Warm-Up is coming back to Busch Stadium in Ballpark Village, January 17th and 18th. Admission passes and player autograph tickets are on sale now. Team up with Cardinals Care to support St. Louis area children by purchasing your tickets now. It's one of the best events of the year with family-friendly activities, including tours of the Cardinals Clubhouse and admission to the world-class Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum. For more information, go to KMOX.com/events.
So I remember it was the day after Christmas when Nick was about 15 years old, and he woke me up at about 2 in the morning. My stomach hurts. Let's take some Pepto-Bismol. A couple hours later, my stomach still hurts. We went to the ER. He had an appendicitis, had to have surgery. And at that moment, everything stopped. Nothing mattered to me at all other than my child was, in need of surgery. The simplest kind of surgery, nothing like orthopedic, but still let your child going under general anesthetic. So if your child should go down during a soccer game and be unconsolably crying because they may have ripped an ACL or an MCL, or it could be you. If you need a really great orthopedic surgeon who's also a really great person, which matters, if you haven't met a surgeon that doesn't have the God complex, you need to meet more surgeons because it's pretty prevalent out there. Corey's very cool. A little bit of a goofball even. He's like a funny, affable guy. He's going to make you feel comfortable. Not a goofball in the OR. Really, really great surgeon. He is with the Midwest Orthopedic and Spine Specialist. You can call him at 636-231-5881 or Solman, that's SOLMAN, SolmanOrthopedics.com. It's 2026 and it's time to get your home zero resified by calling our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $119 plus a free hallway, and take 15% off regularly priced services when you mention the KMOX special. ZeroResSTL.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Straight Talk presents The Math of More. Here's how it works. When you say yes to more with Straight Talk, you're left with more for all the other good stuff. So getting an unlimited plan starting at just $25 a month equals more savings for your family's weekend adventures. And with a network covered by Verizon, you can share more from wherever you go. It's simple math, really. More equals more with Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. The $25 plan requires a compatible unlocked device and a new line of service. Additional terms apply.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey. 2026 is here. A new year means new goals, fresh starts, and for many homeowners, it might be time for that big move. If you've been thinking about selling, this is the year to make it happen. I'm here with Gloria Liu from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria, what should home sellers know as we kick off the new year?
Thanks for having me. The start of a new year is always an exciting time, but it also means more sellers are jumping into the market. That adds competition, so timing and strategy matter. The good news is, my team has qualified buyers already looking for homes right now. Whether you need to sell quickly or maximize value, we'll create a plan that works for you. Plus, I guarantee to sell your home at your price and time frame, or I will buy it myself.
Start your new year strong with Gloria Liu and Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Call 314-325-6888 or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Make 2026 the year you move forward with confidence. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
All right, we're going to play some sound here for you. Wheels, you know better than me what this is, but the Jaguars lost over the weekend, and the coach was doing a press conference, and typically it's pretty pointed, if not accusatory questions, and this one was very different. I want to get Rachel's reaction and yours. Go ahead.
You hold your head up, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season.
Thank you.
You did a great job out there today.
Appreciate
so you
it.
just hold your head up, okay?
Thank
and
you,
ladies
ma'am.
and gentlemen, Duval, you the one, all
Thank
right?
you, ma'am.
keep it going. We got another season, okay?
I appreciate
Take
it.
care and much continued success to you and the entire team.
Thank you, ma'am.
Rach, what do you think?
That's nice.
Very sweet.
Yeah, it's a really nice thing to say.
Right? A lot of people don't like it.
Why?
Yeah, because you don't say that at a press conference. You cover the team. You're
wants to
supposed
cover
to
them in
ask.
love.
A press conference is asking a question and getting an answer. It's not telling the coach you love him. This is. I mean,
The question is, do you know you're loved?
Imagine if I did that at a Cardinals press
Yeah,
conference.
what if the question was, does anyone here love me?
Imagine if I went to and it's a post game and Ollie Marmol's doing his thing and I said, listen, Ollie, you know what? You just forget all the haters. You guys did a great job this year. You're the man.
Then maybe the world would be a better place.
People would run me out of town, and rightfully so. It's not the place for it. It's just not. You want to do that off to the side? It's okay. People have different relationships with different people that they cover. I've had relationships with people that I covered that were not just question and answer, where you could say, hey, man, don't worry about that, or hey, good job, or don't let any other enough stuff get to you. There are places to do that.
So you think she should have thrown a bag full of dog poop at him?
I think she should have either asked a question or not said anything.
Should she not be there?
I don't know. She's a legitimate reporter. She works for an outlet in Jacksonville. Her name is Lynn Jones. But
doxing.
No. It's all over the place, man. She's wearing a credential, dude.
123 Maple Street.
I know. I'm kidding.
Get her.
Your job in that setting is to ask questions to get information. It is not a statement. I would say the same thing, by the way, if somebody stood up and yelled at him and said, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Not your job. Your job is to ask a question. Your job is not to state your opinion. That screws up journalism. That screws up that's the whole point, is that we ask them questions and they tell us. It's not to make them feel better or worse. It's not. We get yelled at all the time for people like, why don't you guys yell at them and hold them accountable? Because it's not the job. The job is to ask the question. And then we provide the context around it, whether it's a written story, a talk show segment, a TV interview, whatever. I mean, like, that's not the job. I'm sorry, like, I know people like it when it makes them feel good. Either this makes you happy, or seeing a coach get yelled at for doing something stupid will make you feel better. That's not the job.
So you can see it both ways.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep,
No, it's not the job. It can be a nice thing and a friendly thing and something she could have conveyed privately. That's fine. That is not the spot for it. That is unprofessional.
Lombardo Rach?
Yeah, if you are looking for a new home in Wentzville, you need to check out Sutton Farms by Lombardo Homes. This is a beautiful community in St. Charles County where comfort meets convenience. So it's all about community living. It's resort-style amenities without leaving your neighborhood. I don't like leaving my neighborhood, so that sounds good to me. There's something for everyone: a clubhouse, a splash pad, a dog park, sports courts, walking trails, and more. Plus, you're going to have a beautiful Lombardo home on top of all of that.
And I know that the thought of building a new home is the opposite of chill. But I know Lombardo so well. I know the people. I know the way they do business. And it is chill. As much as it can be, you reach out to Lombardo, they don't expect you to buy a house the first time you meet them. They'll take you around, show you all the different communities, show you spec homes, get a feel for what you are in the market for, deliver that to you. They're nice people. They're credible people. Find out all about them at lombardohomes.com.
Turning 50 doesn't mean slowing down. It means getting smarter about your health. That's why we created Neovitin Men's 50 Plus Multivitamin. It's doctor formulated to support your energy, immune health, and overall vitality. Plus, it's made in the U.S.